Looking for more freaks for the radio program, and new freaks.
We had gold last week.
We really did, with Scully, Opie, and Neo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Neo
definitely.
And Scully, Opie.
And we're looking for others to show up. Supposedly there was a guy in St. Louis that was bringing his buddy that has no arms and drinks beers with his feet and stuff.
Yeah, that I want to see.
But Gavin has entered the studio.
Gavin.
Hello, man.
Gavin is coming by, and Patrice is coming by, because we thought we were doing American Mess, and no one's showing up, Gavin. So,
Really?
so don't worry, we'll make you laugh at some other things.
It's going to be hanging.
You fucking monster, you. You missed yesterday's show with the bees, bro.
What's that?
Oh, you got to get an XM. It was the greatest show we've ever done yesterday. You missed the greatest show we've ever done.
What's the story?
Well, basically, guys put their ball bags in jars filled with bees.
Filled with bees, yeah.
It
Finally
happened
got that
yesterday.
Oh,
Actually, we'll play some clips for you a little later.
thanks, man.
In a little while, actually.
Thanks a lot.
All right?
Awesome.
And when's Patrice coming in?
I suppose he should be here by 8 o'clock, so.
Yeah.
In Black Man's time,
I saw him eating pizza
20
on
past.
The Office last night.
Yeah.
I guess they cut all of his dialogue out.
Wait,
He had 2 quick lines.
all he was doing was eating pizza?
Yeah, pretty much.
Where?
He had like a couple of
The Office?
He was
quick
in The
lines.
Office?
The Office
Yeah.
is the greatest show on TV right now.
Patrice was in the office?
Yeah, he's got like
creep.
some kind of semi-recurring role as one of the warehouse guys. They barely ever go down to the warehouse, but when they do, there's Patrice down there with the other
Oh,
black
he's been
guys.
on more than one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I taped yesterday's that. Well, I DVR'd it.
DVR. That's what I did. I watched 3 episodes in a row.
Right.
In like, under an hour. You could do that. Fast forward through commercials.
Another reason Patrice is coming in here, he wants to just destroy Mancow on this program today.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mancow.
What happened?
Well, Patrice does Web Junk 20 for VH1.
Yeah.
So he had to do one of those radio tours where you sit in a room and you do 20 stations within an hour or whatever it is.
Fun.
And he got to Mancow. Mancow agreed to have him on and then completely trashed him and said something about, Video Club's great. And then and said something about Jimmy Schubert. Jimmy Schubert did that or something.
What?
I don't know. Patrice would get into the details.
I talked to him when I was
and
on
then
my
just
way
kind of
home.
hung up on him. Like, was a real ass. And then Patrice said that pretty much all of radio hates this program.
Yeah.
Because they kept all hinting, hey, Patrice, this isn't satellite radio, Like, just bitter that he's successful and he's
Yeah.
on a successful show helping out.
And the show is helping, sell out comedy clubs, things like that. And meanwhile, their shitty radio shows don't do anything.
And honestly, he doesn't give a shit. What he does give a shit about is the fact that Mancow didn't even give him a chance.
No.
Yeah, just ambushed him. It's like, all right, you want to ambush me, that's fine, but let me talk. But instead, just let him...
Patrice would bury him.
It's really hard when you're on the phone calling in because you're like, what? Like you're not in the vibe. It's
Yep.
really difficult, man. Phoners are
By the time
brutal.
you pick up the ambush is even on,
You can't ever
They're hanging up
overtalk
on
the
you.
host. You
Yep.
can't ever. There's nothing you can do. It's really brutal because all you got to do is turn you down.
Yep.
Your volume down.
So it's going to be
Right.
fun when Patrice gets in here because he had me laughing. He wasn't pissed. He had me laughing hard on the phone yesterday when he called me to tell me what went on with this radio tour. And he said everyone has the fake voices. The tell us about Web Junk 20.
so glad we are out of that scene.
Oh,
man.
no shit, man.
God.
Bill was
damn.
there.
And Bill Burr was in studio, right? With Mancow?
Wow, really? That must have been a fun moment.
So we'll get to the bottom of that when Patrice gets here in a few minutes, I guess. Just a real...
Had a busy day yesterday.
He's been pumping into his testicles
Yeah.
24 hours ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, Patrice O'Neal.
There he is.
You're gonna be okay!
Well, that was the wrong one. Sorry.
Oops.
Hi, Patrice.
Good morning.
I was actually going to just...
Well, buckle down, pumpkin puss.
Hello, my friend. How you
Top
doing?
of the morning.
Thank you, sir. That's
Wait,
Irish,
what was
but
that
never mind.
Patrice clip? I didn't hear it.
Well, buckle down, pumpkin puss.
I got that in my replay, bro.
Well, buckle down, pumpkin puss.
Yeah, buckle down, pumpkin puss.
I made the head moves too when I did that.
Did ya?
Buckle down. Oh, Jesus.
Is that after the VH1 program, is it?
Oh, Jesus. Well, buckle down, pumpkin puss.
I'm going to have
Fist
a million...
bangs around the screen everywhere. It's like,
I'm going to have a million
Torture.
Patrice
Yeah,
clips
because
in
I'm
my
used
instant replay.
to just never moving.
Yeah.
Like Gavin's only seen me just do comedy, and I sit down, and if
Yeah.
it's not a chair, I lay down. All I do is never move. But
You don't
Gavin's
move,
only
so
moving.
VH1 is doing all sorts of effects to get you on that, moving from here to here to
it's
here
too
to
much,
here.
man. It makes you giddy.
Sometimes there's two of them.
Oh, it's the worst.
What, are you just in front of a green screen the whole time, right?
Oh, they really want me to wear green clothes so they can just
Make you all disappear,
wanna
just your
see-
head. They want to hire your head. They just want to. That's it.
They just want a floating head.
they want to CGI me right out of that fucking.
Put his head on Rodney King's body and make funny remarks to the cops.
Oh, one time they put me in a fake limousine with my head out, like yeah.
Oh, brother.
Green screen across with like, yeah.
Oh.
And these cocksuckers yesterday. Now the producers are cool, but you know the PR people are different from anybody.
Uh-huh.
You know, so they had me fucking calling in programs yesterday, and I'll never ever, I swear on my soul, fuck with Voss again. When you catch him doing radio and he's sounding awful, it's not his fucking fault. I get on the radio and I'm starting to sound like Voss. Yeah, my favorite clip is my favorite clip is the black guy getting shot in the foot, and I'm like, oh my god,
Like pulling teeth.
So what's your favorite clip, Patrice?
Oh no.
How many radio shows did you have to do yesterday?
Something. It was 8:30 to 11:15.
Oh,
Every
that's
5,
work.
10 minutes too, right?
Fucking calling people who half didn't want to do it. You can tell. What? So what's the fucking show about? And you know they didn't swear. And the thing about free radio is that they don't even want you to be honest. You know how you just say something honest on this? You know, you just go, yeah man, shit's crazy. You know, if you go, yeah, the guy goes, yeah, you should be out there tiddling and toddling and telling everybody that you're doodling and dawdling. And I'm like, my self-esteem's too low. He goes, okay. Self-esteem is low.
Because they're not funny guys. They can't improv like that. They can't do it. They're not funny people.
These guys, McKenzie, they treated me like horse shit. Now, I don't blame the motherfuckers, really, because I had marbles in my throat at like 8:30. I'm like, yeah, he's like, how are we supposed to get excited? It's like, it's 8:30, you cocksucking.
These fucking guys, they hide
boy.
behind fake voices.
Oh, they sound like bill collectors. Hey, go. No, it's $1,750. Why won't you?
Who are the dicks in Boston?
We're being
Mackenzie
joined now by
Mackenzie and
Patrice
somebody
O'Neal.
else that I never heard of. But some of them are cool. Some Puerto Rican in New Mexico. He's okay because he
Probably
was
a pirate
fan.
station.
Right.
Illegal
Not
pirate
even FM or AM. It's like a OM.
He's in a Monte Carlo outside the real station.
After you, it was cockfighting.
No, we had cockfighting yesterday.
True.
This is free FU radio. What? FU? So fucking the Mancow who I don't know, I never seen, but I heard of him. Oh, this cocksucker treated me like dog shit. And I think he let me tell you, you can't do free radio no more. After you do this show.
No.
Yep.
Or if you do another show that's like popular on any other like pay state, they hate your fucking guts. They cut. Hey, all right, yeah, this is not satellite. So I call Mancow show. I'm like, hey man, so here's what happened. He goes, I go, yeah, what's up, man? He was, you know, you can hear the show while you're on hold.
Yeah.
He played a couple things. I go, oh man, that was some funny shit. And I go, oh fuck, my bad, man, my fault, right?
Because you actually said when he went live, hey, that was some funny shit when you were hearing it on hold.
Right,
Gotcha.
like, you know.
And you realized you cursed and you
And I said, I'm
apologized
sorry.
right away.
Yeah. He goes, yeah. And then Captain CSI, that fucking idiot, goes, yeah, Patrice, it's not satellite radio, huh? Well, thank you.
Who's Captain CSI?
Billy.
Bill Burr?
Billy stupid fucking Burr. And then he goes, we talking later. He says all his mistakes later. I go, okay, Bill. And the guy goes, yeah, FM. Yeah, it's free and it's funny. And I go, oh, all right. Well, yeah. So tell me about the show. I don't know how to promote shit. So I'm like, it's a web show. It's me doing okay. And then somebody at his crew goes, yeah, he does this thing, whatever, fat guy dancing. Oh yeah, no, farting preacher.
Oh, farting preacher, right?
I saw the farting preacher. Oh yeah, I did that 10 years ago. Yeah, I did that 10 years ago. I go.
By the way, when you say I did that 10 years ago. That farting preacher bit, every radio guy in America got. All you had to do that bit was push play.
Right, like
it was one of those obvious things
like
that
he
probably
invented it.
It was one of those obvious bits that probably hundreds of guys just pushed play and had on their show. They didn't do anything. They just pushed play. And it's so different than what it is on Web Junk 20. Now that clip is being seen by a mass audience. You couldn't show that clip on radio. That's why it's so special to see the guy's face as he's preaching and closing his eyes, and that's where the farts come in. That's what makes that bit so funny, is the visual.
I'm not fucking jerking off the thing like it's Dallas or you know what I mean, like it's groundbreaking. It's like, yeah, I'm on the show doing the thing. But I never got a chance to, he goes, yeah, if you want to see something funny, yeah, go to JimmySchubert.com. He's got a funny clip on. JimmySchubert.com. He's funny. Click.
And hangs up on Patrice.
And hangs up.
What a cock.
So
Well, it's not his fault. He got hung up on.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like, okay, I don't mind you giving me shit. You know, I'm talking to Billy afterwards.
Dude, he's a very bitter jock because, Howard left, and there were so many opportunities for someone like Mancow, and he got nothing out of it.
And he was bragging that he was going to be the guy that took over.
He got nothing out of it, so, he's a little bitter these days because he's stuck on free radio, and he assumed this was his big opportunity. They'd move him into New York. Every radio guy wants to be broadcasting from New York. This is the place to do it. It's either New York or L.A., and he didn't get the call, so he's a very bitter guy.
Well, I don't know.
What did Billy Burr say?
We're talking, dude, man, you came in and you leaned on the mic stand, which is comic talk for you, just, like, mailed it in. And I go, what? How do you mail it in 4 seconds when a motherfucker goes, fuck you? He goes, man, and then he starts to tell me, you ever tell somebody a story that you told them, and then they tell it back to you because they fucking forget that you told... Billy starts giving fucking me... Who lent some of his personality to the motherfucker, how to trash somebody. Dude, you got, hey, he's Mancow. You got to give him shit. If he gives you shit, then if you give it back to him, then he likes you. I said, what the fuck are you talking? Billy, are you teaching me how to, like, fuck with somebody, you dick? I know how to fuck with people. I was born doing that shit. So it's like, I'm like, no, that's not the fucking point. The point is the context of it. You can fuck with somebody, you know somebody's being fucked with.
Right.
And you give them an opportunity to fuck with you back. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, all right, hooly doodly. Ha!
Click. That's not fucking with someone.
Faggot.
Yeah, that's not fucking with someone.
Mancow, you're either... Here's what you are. There's no such thing as a man cow. I'll call him Cow. Anytime I ever meet him, I'm going to go, hi, Cow. Because there's two things you can be. A bull or the bull's bitch. You can't be a man and a cow. Faggot.
Bull's bitch.
Oh, hey. Well, come on here and be funny next time.
You know what? And that's the easiest way out in radio, to just hang up on someone. We hang up on people and make it, part of our thing. We have fun with it. But we also, when it gets heated, we don't hang up. We go right at you.
With that edgy,
why didn't he go right at you?
Edgy left eyebrow up like, I got something to say, and you watch this. Buckle down the hatches, faggots, because Mancow is moving through. Fucking faggot. That shit, nigga, I hate, look, I'm a
dude, I'm with
motherfucker,
you.
but
if he had
I'm
a
not
problem with
bully.
you, he should have taken you on.
Come give me a little bit. Give me a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do your thing. But it's like, whatever. All right, tell me. And I'm in VH1 mode. Hey, hi, everybody. My voice started going, hey, Good morning. Yeah, thanks for having me. Hoo-la-la. All right, because I could just see Viacom, a bullet in the back of my head if I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, you really start giving him some shit.
It's a fucking goofy internet show. What do you want from me?
Do they tape your interviews at VH1? I would love to get a hold of that.
Someone's probably got it.
I would love to get a hold of that audio.
They did a patch in. And if you hear
Can you ask the boys at VH1? We would do a whole hour on that. Patrice talking to regular radio over and over again?
Oh, it sounds like the same thing. Hi, this is WWZZX in Fluhatchee, Idaho. We're on the Smithers and Johnson. Now, every something and something sounds horrendous to me. I don't know why Opie and Anthony doesn't.
It does.
Because maybe I know you. That's why. But it's McKenzie and Bullensworth.
No, dude, I'll tell you why. Because we openly admit that the name of this show stinks.
Sucks on ice.
Opie's just my stupid nickname since I was 10
my new one, by the
10
way.
or 11. I hate being called Opie, but it's too late now.
The first time
I'm not trying to sit here and go, hey, this is cool, it's Opie and Anthony. I know my name fucking stinks and it's faggoty.
Yeah.
But I'm stuck with it because I made my name in the business with this name.
People call him on the phone. People call you on the phone and go, hey, Anthony, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Opie, O.
O&A. That's why I love the O&A, because it takes the faggoty out of the Opie part.
Greg. No one says Greg.
No.
Ope. But no one calls and goes, "Hello, man, cow."
Man, cow.
His name is Philip or fucking Harold or some goofy shit.
Yeah.
Eric.
Eric.
Well, know what it is?
Eric.
Here's the difference.
Fucking Eric the cow, you
Dude.
fucking cocksucker. It's like, don't you ever fucking play me like I'm a cornball fucking executive asshole.
Yeah.
You didn't say no. As soon as she said, "I'm patching you in the Mancow," I'm like, what?
Oh, boy.
That might be the
yeah.
Jimmy piece. Just see what's. Sorry, go ahead.
Go
Keep going.
ahead,
Don't worry about it. It's for something later. I'm
They're,
Fucker, he didn't. It's
There's
like.
no reason to treat you like some
Just
fucking hack.
Come to, and he knows who I am.
Yeah.
He fucking knows because he knows Billy. He knows Dane. He knows who I fucking am. And I do this
Well, he
show.
also knows that you're associated with this
And
program.
that's the main thing, you two assholes. They
we
all hate you. Free radio's over for me. So
How was Billy able
we
to
call
sit in
these
there
guys
with him?
out on a daily basis.
How was Bill Burr able to sit in there
who the
with him?
fuck knows?
Well, Bill had some dates in Chicago, I
Yeah,
guess.
I
But
mean,
how is he
whatever.
able to sit in there and not
I don't know.
get shit? Because he's obviously associated with this program also.
Hey, dude. Hey, dude. It's not satellite. Thanks, Billy.
You gotta look in a situation like that. I didn't hear the show, but
You
you,
know how
gotta
many
fucking
times-
go to bat for your friend. You gotta fucking plug for your friend. You
Hold
gotta
on,
go to
Jimmy.
bat for your
You know
friend.
how many times? Look, we run in a horrible circle. Me, Jimmy, Colin. You know how many
You're awful people, I
come
know.
and go, dude, man, you're great, but fucking Norton.
No
or,
one, I hope.
a lot. So, Colin, dude, it's like you go, man, man, that nigga's the funniest motherfucker ever,
Yeah,
man.
fuck you.
Such. Dude, you mailed it in, dude. This is not satellite. This is free radio, man.
Bill Burr, fucko list.
Giving me advice on how to give people
months, so
shit.
all right.
Bill Burr is on the fucko list.
No, he's not. It's like he didn't have to.
he is.
We didn't have
Bill
to
to
defend
explain.
me. But it's like, did you just tell me what giving shit is, Bill?
Yeah.
Did you listen to what happened? That motherfucker greased me up.
I want Bill's side of this.
Yeah, let's get Bill on the
Call
phone.
that motherfucker.
Get Bill,
and he'll go,
because-
dude, he can't. He mailed it in. He did the da-da-do. Get the tape. You'll hear what the fuck happened.
I
and
would
then
love
on the
to hear
phone
the
he goes,
tape.
I messed up. It's like Coke and Pepsi. You can't. And then, dude, he gave you shit. You know, see the way he is. He gives you shit. You give it back, and then he likes you. What?
Talking like fucking Hopper in Apocalypse Now.
You just explain to me.
Man, you don't understand him, man.
Are they gonna say he was a funny man? He was a good caller?
Are you fucking joking? I'm like, huh? Now I said bullshit. That's what I said. Oh man, not bullshit. I said that's some funny shit.
Funny shit.
And that's some funny
Got
shit.
off on
and
the
then I
wrong
go,
foot.
sorry about that, man. Sorry. Didn't mean that. Forgot.
But then all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
listen,
great opportunity to put in the satellite radio tie-in. Hey, this isn't satellite radio.
This is in satellite radio, and it's free and it's funny, and we don't have to pay for it.
Oh,
and,
boy.
And it was over. And yeah, you know what's a funny video? Yeah, I did that clip 10 years ago. You know what's funny? JimmySchubert.com. He has the horse killing the guy on his thing. Now that's funny. Click.
That's like plugging another radio show on his show.
It was cold.
Why?
But you know what? It's his show. I don't
That's
give a fuck.
calculated.
But let me say that you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Let me say you ain't shit. Matter of fact, we couldn't even have an argument over the radio because I'll go, faggot, you ain't shit. He'll go, okay, you can't have an intelligent hoodly with me. I don't get into no clever quips with motherfuckers.
You know what? You destroy people. And he did not want to. He's familiar with you enough to know that you would have crushed him if you would have been able to go back and forth one time.
Hey, I'm on
One
Fox
time.
this morning. Hey, what do you think of Hurricane Katrina? It's crazy out there, man. Hurricane, watch out. My left eyebrow's going up. Something wild and fucking wacky's gonna happen. Buckle down your fucking harnesses, because I am a cow and I could just turn into a bull. Watch your China. You fucking faggot.
How about the Pest take on Mancow today and make his life a living hell?
Yeah, go ahead, pests.
His show is in its first hour up there in Chicago.
I don't even know this cocksucker.
No.
Thanks, fellas.
Let's see if he'll take on some of the Pest.
They didn't even say
Attack.
Opie and Anthony. Would
No.
not say Opie. Satellite radio.
Yeah.
What else are they talking about? 80s channel?
Dude, they're-
that fucking 80s channel. What the fuck
That's
is it with
the problem.
the theme from Rocky?
Listen, they're all and they're
Broadway Show Tunes channel is the problem.
Let me explain something, too, because we know radio like the back of our hand. All these cocksuckers are so jealous of Anthony and I, and it's a fact, Because when satellite radio first started, all these guys were like, satellite radio. Now it's blowing up. And satellite radio, especially XM, our philosophy, we're not interested in just throwing a bunch of hack shows on the air thinking they're going to be better. You know, it's more of an entertainment type of thing we're doing here at XM. It's not just get radio shows that were okay and bring them over. We're very picky with what radio shows we're going to bring over here.
Yeah.
And these guys are frustrated that they're not getting the call.
And frustrated they can't do the type of radio that we pulled off yesterday.
And the only thing they could say is it's free and it's funny. We did a show yesterday that you couldn't even touch on regular radio that people are saying is the best radio we've ever done. With the bee stinging the guys in the ball bag.
And there's a difference between busting somebody's balls and everybody knows and fucking being sabotaged. And you know when it's, as a comic, you know when it's happening.
The difference.
You know, absolutely.
If you guys
know
was
exactly
like,
what's happening.
Okay, they're saying you gotta go. It's like, you fucking know, and you give a motherfucker a long time to suck. And if you fucking with, it's a back and forth. All you had to do is say, hey, you fat fucking hack, you're doing a web show. What is that?
Yeah.
I go, well, it's a web show, fuckface. Oh, you can't swear. Holy doodly. Mooing out here. I'm mooing the fuck away, baby. Watch out. And it's like, just give a motherfucker a chance to say, okay, you don't like me, but don't fucking say, okay, you wasn't being funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's another one of these guys. He's such a phony. It's unbelievable.
But you know something, Patrice? He's not just a man. He's a cow.
He's a cow.
It's like two things.
It's an oxymoron.
So you gotta respect that.
It's fish mammal.
Hold on to the pests out there.
Pests. It's fish
Hold on to the pests out there. They're going to help you out today,
pests.
Patrice. A quick attack today.
General quarters. Pests. General quarters.
The phone number for Mancow 321. What? Well, why'd you write 321 then?
What's the matter?
Oh my God!
Fucking E-Rock is
not
dumb.
helpful, Eric.
I bring nothing to the table. I bring nothing to the table.
A shit of bag worthless.
I bring nothing to the table. I bring nothing to the table.
Shit of bag.
I bring nothing to the
Now
table.
all the pests are calling some other area code.
I bring nothing to
They're
the
calling
table.
some other state
Trashing
now.
some fat Eskimo in Juneau somewhere.
What did I do?
Welcome to WZZ, the baby seal of the. Hello.
Here we go. Here we go.
Home of fat-faced idiocy.
On the air. When I am
When I am carving whale blubber from carcass, should I cut closer to skin or not? Rabone, I don't care about whale blubber.
Why these people call like this?
Why people bother me?
Yeah. Let's see how.
I am.
Woodly doodly. I am man seal.
I am girl seal. I am big whale. No, I am big shrimp.
Let's give Mancow some good radio today. Let's see if he could go with this one. To the O&A pests out there, 312-591-5-COW.
Wow.
312-591-5-COW.
There's an 800 or an 888 number that people are posting too.
All right,
1-888-2-MANCOW. Sounds a little easier.
1-888-2-MANCOW.
What number did you give? The receptionist over at the station?
Yeah. He fucking gave out like Infinity's fucking office in Maine. Orifice.
Hey, how can I forward your call?
What's the number again, Anthony?
It is 888-2-MANCOW.
All right.
Have fun with that today.
Let's go to Sarah.
Balls out, guys.
Sarah in New Hampshire. He won't go with it. He's a pussy. Sarah, what's up?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, and I saw Patrice last night on The Office. He was excellent.
Yeah.
Wait,
It was really good.
did they cut?
Yeah, you were on The
You
Office last
were
night.
pretty much, you yelled Mike's name,
Like
That
himself.
damn it thing?
and then you ate pizza.
Wait a minute, they didn't show me fucking with the white boy who's in love with the girl upstairs in the office?
No.
Not really.
You were
work 12 hours a day for 4 days, and that's what they showed?
They showed you eating
Good.
pizza.
Doing good.
You know what works with that show, though, down in the warehouse? the attitude of you motherfuckers down there. You don't need words. The facial expressions on you miserable motherfuckers sitting down there looking at these fucking office
But
guys.
you work 12 hours.
I understand.
Dude, what was the setup?
He's got the pizza eating thing down. He didn't need 12 hours to eat
You
pizza.
did,
goods.
your Hasselhoff line was funny.
Did I say
great.
that?
Yeah.
Did they say you don't shush Negroes? Did I get to say that?
No, I didn't hear that.
When he shushed the guy and I said, you don't shush Negroes. Nothing?
No, I heard him shush, and then the other guy got a line, and you got nothing.
Why do I do it?
Yeah.
So
kinda
your friends
racist,
can
though,
go,
shushing Negro.
look,
They
it's
probably shouldn't
Patrice.
show that.
It was funny. It was like, look, Patrice.
Exactly. But if you don't know me, it's like, look, here's this fat extra. Here's this under 5.
Barely.
Barely under 5. It's under 3.
If all you're going to do is eat pizza on The Office, I guess Mancow should be abusing you.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't mind getting abused for a goofy web show. Abuse it.
What's it called? It's Web
Web
Junkies?
show.
Web Junk 20.
Web Junk 20. And it's
Web
just,
Junk 20.
It is what it is.
Yep.
When are you on?
Shut up.
I'm serious. I'm gonna plug you on. I'm calling in another radio show.
Jimmy.
And I'll have nothing funny to say, so I'll plug your show.
That stupid show.
by me.
That stupid show's fucking up my DVR recordings.
Was it on every night?
It's on every hour. I got 100 versions of Web Junk 20 because I
It's like
still
an
haven't figured out how to just record it once and that's it. So every time it's on, it records.
It's like an infomercial. It's just on.
It really is.
It's just on.
It's
and I
on.
don't complain about it.
I
It's
think,
almost
how can you
embarrassing.
make money through placing ads in the paper? Patrice will tell you.
we get the show comes on so fucking much, and sometimes I'm like embarrassed. I think we're celebrating our 100th anniversary, and it's
2 weeks.
only 3 episodes.
Your 100th episode?
Already syndicated on Channel 9.
It's unbelievable how many times they run the show.
It's amazing. I can't complain
Web
about
Junk
that.
20 right after Seinfeld on Channel 5, New York.
All right, let's see what Sarah has. Sarah?
Hey, they have a new commercial over here in Boston for AAF with Dennis Leary on it.
Our old station, WAF in
Yes,
Worcester,
exactly.
Massachusetts.
And at the very end, it says no fee required. They're trying to push that it's free, and it's so good. I don't
Yeah,
even know
that's fine. Leary can cut. He can cut promos for free FM ads, but then when he comes in here, he can hang out for an hour and talk like he could never talk on regular radio. So we know what he enjoys more.
Wait, I hear the commercial is hacky radio commercial stuff.
It's totally hacky.
What-
I mean, he wakes
explain
up
the
in bed
commercial.
with he wakes up in bed and you hear the radio coming on, and I don't know any of the DJs on there because I don't listen to FM anymore. But he wakes up and all the guys from the morning radio show are in bed with him, and he's like, "I didn't mean for you. I wake up with you. I didn't mean wake up with you in bed with me." And then they're all in the exactly. They're all in the shower together, and he's like, Leary doesn't do shower scenes, and it was just so bad. It was horrible, but it's typical AAF.
What, Patrice?
Oh, not to her. I just want to make sure. I want to say something after she's finished.
Oh, yeah.
No, and that was the end, and then it just says no, no fee required. It was really bad, but
Yeah, they're so worried. They're doing this whole free, no fee required. That's great,
They
but you
see
got
how
to
well
do some
you guys
good
are-
radio for people to go, yeah, you know what? This radio's so good, yeah, and it's free. I guess I don't need to go to satellite.
well, they miss you guys.
You got to back it up with really good radio.
right.
Just to go on
exactly.
on TV or and say, hey, it's free, so that's why you should listen. No. If
Doesn't
you,
make it good.
all right. Thanks, Sarah.
Bill Burr's on Mancow today too, all morning.
Let's say hi to Jim and find out. Jim?
Jesus, what's he doing?
I'm listening to Mancow this morning. I figured I'd check it out since you guys are hyping him quick. They're advertising Billy Burr's going to be in his studio all day. Figured I'd give something for the test to tear up on.
Yeah, give him a call.
All right. We want to try to get Bill on our show today, too, to see what that was all about yesterday, the phone call to Patrice.
Well, it ain't going to work if he's
I
over
want to
there
also
all
say,
day.
please, there's a person on there who created a MySpace account with my name on it, my profile, my pictures, and he has about 500 friends.
That's not you?
That
And
isn't
it's-
you?
No, it's not fucking me.
I shouldn't. I
Someone
actually.
stole my identity and,
Wow.
and have.
I think you're one of my friends.
I'm removing. I actually, for Black History Month, I put all black people in my top 8.
That's what
and,
I did. You ripped me off. I did that last month as a prelude to February.
I've been doing it since fucking late
10
60s.
years ago. 10 years ago.
Fucking Patrice, I get one from him, and it's not him to say a friend request, but I'm like, he's doing the same thing we're all doing, trying to get some plugs and whatever. And I fucking emailed him that he's a friendless jackass, and he emailed me back, and thanks for putting me in your top 8. You, what did you call me? Like a shellless something. No, not
But
you.
it wasn't him.
But it was something that he would say. It was kind of shitty, but it really wasn't funny enough to be him. It was
a
like too much.
genius.
Yeah.
He's a genius. Whoever it is, it's a fucking genius. They have they answer the emails.
Oh, shit. That's what scares me.
It's your mom.
It's like God.
It's your mom. She wants back in.
She misses answering your shit.
That's her lazy gene. My mother ain't doing that. She needs me to call and tell her when I'm on TV.
You know what scares the shit out of me is the phonies, because I had one that was mine is Anthony Cumia.com at the end. At the end, no.
Oh. Anthony Cumia 45, right?
It's myspace.com/Anthony Cumia.
Take a picture of yourself holding up the real URL.
Yeah.
That's what Jenna Jameson and Belladonna do. They have a picture of themselves with the actual address, the photo of you holding it. This is the real
No,
me.
dude, here's what happened. I had a guy that was Anthony_Cumia instead of just the full name, which is mine. This guy had that name and was answering emails and everything as me. The pests got involved, figured out who this guy was based on pictures that were on the site. They traced where they came from and what the account was, got another picture site that this guy was on that had wedding pictures that he was at and all kinds of. So within 2 hours, I had pictures of him up on my MySpace. Put out a whole alert going, this is the phony motherfucker that isn't me. Here's his name. Here's his address, like all the info. And the guy emailed me and took everything down and goes, all right, the site's yours, man, you know.
That's like a band played on. That's like the history of AIDS.
Insane.
You're like one of those Japanese wasps we were talking about yesterday.
Right. They just went in there. But the scary thing is somebody making believe they're you, and hooking up a fucking date with a 12-year-old girl.
Well, I'm here to say,
and
it
me,
ain't get the
and me missing out.
I was listening to y'all say that
going, and I jumped in first.
I wasn't worried about
it. It was me and that guy standing behind the 7-Eleven going, what are you doing here?
I was listening to that shit, and that's what got me nervous. I was like, I was going to let the guy have it, because he's saying where I'm going to be.
Yeah, there you go. That's nice.
He's being me.
Right. He's doing your footwork.
So I can't be mad, but it's like I can't allow that to happen, right?
No.
I can't let a motherfucker be me.
He can do awful things
on the internet.
A string of dead girls, all in your top 8. Fucking every girl you email has fucking winds up in a ditch with leaves on her dead face.
Jesus. Hey, before we take a break, I want to get some clips in from yesterday's show. It's time to play these. We got 3 clips, and we're gonna have video clips on opieandanthony.com. We got a couple now, but we'll have more as the weekend unfolds here. It was Superball Thursday yesterday. Gavin missed it. Patrice
like you have to say it was.
Well, I'm telling you.
Who in the world doesn't know?
I'm telling you, we're going to play 3 short clips here, and people are going to hear these for the first time.
Yeah.
So we had 3 guys come in and just abuse their nutsacks, basically. Mouse traps and what have you.
What a fantastic day it was.
And then the ultimate challenge was the bees in the jar.
Mm-hmm.
And the bees in the apparatus, and the entire bees nest that the guy dumped completely on his nutsack, which was the grand finale. Which
he put his bollocks in a wasp nest.
He put him in a jar with a wasp nest in the jar, and then leaned backwards, so it went against his ball bag.
So it's like air sealed.
Oh yeah,
and there were bees on the bottom too. They're caked with bees.
How big was this jar?
It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Was those bees coming to life and that fucking just attacking his testicles.
Yeah. I've got to see the video for this.
It's going to be up.
Great,
man. It's going to be up.
Somebody took a piece from Web Junk and took a video clip. I think it was Mike Pop on Whackbag. Took a clip of you and superimposed the clip you were talking about with the clip of me and Jimmy waving our arms around like we were being attacked by bees, and you just with this disgusted look on your face looking at the video clip. So it looks like you're reviewing us here in the studio being assholes. Great job.
Photoshop.
Hey, Shane from Rockland, real fast.
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
Mancow's getting bombarded. I Ramoned him twice, and he fucking dumped out.
Well,
yeah, they love dumping.
Well, tape your phone calls if you have that capability, because we want to hear some of this.
Definitely give it a try, guys.
That number again for Mancow, 888-2-MANCOW.
How you doing? Yeah, pour it on, guys. Full bore attack on this idiot today.
Or 312-591-5-COW. 312-591-5-COW. All right, some clips from yesterday. They're short and to the point, but Superball Thursday. I think this first clip is Matt going for the record. How many mousetraps did he get on his nutsack? Yep. I think he was attempting number 7 in this clip that we're going to play right now.
7 mousetraps.
Oh, E-Rock. I know that was
What are you doing, Eric? It is Eric's fault.
You know, some people just think this is about slapping your ball bag in a mousetrap and taking the pain, Opie. But there is a true strategy here as to where you're placing these mousetraps on your yam bag. And I see, as he goes for 5, mousetrap number 6 loaded and lined up, and I believe a very optimistic Bill is loading up trap number 7. You're insane, Bill. You're insane. It ain't going to happen, not this year.
Matt from New York City going for the 5th mousetrap.
Hanging it way over the side. Wow, he is really hard to keep into a camera. He's moving side to side.
He's looking to see if he has room for 6, Anthony.
Room for 6.
6 would be a new world record.
This is something I have never seen before, and I gotta, it's a moment I want to tell my grandchildren about.
Here he goes.
It's a moment they would love to tell their grandchildren about if they could have kids.
Record. He's actually reaching back and pulling asshole skin to the front.
Yeah, here it is. A new record. 6.
He's going for 7, Anthony. He's going for 7.
No way, not
what a
7.
Champion.
And do I see mousetrap number 8 waiting on deck? There can't. I refuse to believe this is even possible.
The only thing that's going to stop this kid is lack of skin. That's
right.
all that's going to stop him.
Lack of skin. The drive.
Here we go. Number 7.
That's a tough spot he's picking over there.
Yeah. 7th mousetrap.
I don't know about this.
To the ball bag.
I think he's going to have to go more for part of the upper penile skin and lower penile skin, upper yam bag skin.
It's still officially nutsack, but it's getting a little too close.
He's rifling through these like a janitor looking through his keys.
Number 7!
Oh, my God. Wait, do we have one that fell?
Yes.
Oh, my God. It's only 6. There is only 6.
It's just a skin issue, but 6 is the record.
Sir, that is more than respectable. 6 mousetraps are hanging from the yam bag.
And we're back live. Patrice is like, how did he fit all those? He was just finding skin
He
wherever
just
he could.
found, he kept pulling new bag skin out from under his ass, from like any loose bag skin.
Yeah.
I think there was some taint on one.
Oh, yeah.
But that qualified.
It was.
He probably is writhing in pain. That's why you try to talk to him today.
Yeah, and he's like,
all medicated and shit.
And then they moved on to the wax strips.
What's that?
All right, those are the wax.
Oh, tearing the.
What are you doing?
Go ahead.
Oh, boy.
You thought he was talking, so you decided to start the.
I've never seen Elo like.
No,
E-Rock. I've never seen him this
flustered.
He's very jumpy for some reason.
Around. Like usually he just bam. He's like sneaky. What's going on today, dude?
You having troubles?
I thought you said you segued into it, and then you started.
No.
Something's wrong, man.
Boy.
Something's wrong.
He started the tape, and then I go, why are you doing that? He goes, I thought Patrice was talking. So then that would mean you wouldn't start the tape.
Right.
I meant that I stopped it because he was talking, not that I started it because he was talking.
Look at the smiles in
What's
the
wrong,
engineering room over
You all
there.
right?
He doesn't get enough sleep.
You all right? When did you get to sleep last
He's
night?
a smart. He's a very smart kid.
What time? About 11.
You disturbed over the balls.
About 11. I barely make it to 10. And what time do you get up?
4:30.
So
Yeah,
you're not
that's not
sleeping
quite
enough.
enough sleep.
Because he does that every night. It's not anyone could do one of those nights where you get just a few hours sleep and you can deal. But he does that every night.
Yeah.
So his focus is all fucked up at times.
Oh, look, they're all in there going, and we don't. They get the same amount of sleep in there, pretty much. Yeah.
I have never ever seen him like as many times I came through. Like he just sits in the corner and it kind of y'all fuck with him every once in a while.
No,
but
we've been
today
fucking
it's
with
like
him a lot lately.
He's noticeably.
He's jittery.
It's all
Something wrong.
flustered.
Yeah.
All right. So the
Take
next
the day
clip.
off.
The next clip.
There's a face again.
And there's going to be videos of all this on opieandanthony.com sometime this weekend. The wax strips. They took wax strips to their ball bags.
Oh, jeez.
Listen to this clip.
All right, those are the wax strips that Bill has taken out. These are wax strips used normally, I guess, to bikini wax or girls get waxed with. Mustache wax, ladies, anything?
All right.
For the Italian girls out there? Stop. A lot of them do.
Oh, my God, is that sticky?
A lot of them do. Is it?
Oh, my God, dude.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Fuck.
All right, Steve is up from Connecticut. He's got the
Steve
wax
from
strip.
Connecticut.
You got some hairy bag.
He doesn't
No,
care.
you don't. He's got the head caught.
Did they get that on camera?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Ari, what do you think?
This is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen. in my entire
looked like
life.
it hurt.
Explain that if you can.
It's worse than trying to pull Turkish taffy off of fly paper. It stuck to it. It was like an old fruit roll-up.
It was amazing. He was pulling, and it kind of got stuck. And then he just yanked as hard as he could to get it off. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't just come off. It stretched it out really far and then made a Velcro sound when it came off.
I'm not comfortable with this at all, man.
You're not comfortable with this?
This is a man that watched his friend get
I'd rather watch that again. It's better than getting your balls waxed.
The last
and
taste.
getting caught on the wax.
This was the grand finale. So now they got the apparatus with the bees in it on their nut sacks, completely submerged or whatever.
Yeah,
in
They're
bees.
clean wax balls.
And we weren't getting the ending that we were hoping for. So Matt realized that. So there was a jar that had about 80 wasps or bees.
Yeah, they were wasps.
Those were the wasps, right?
Yeah.
A little nest in a jar that had 80 of them. He takes the jar, shoves his nutsack in there, and then dumps the the jar completely on his nutsack. So now the freaking hive is right on his nutsack. And then all hell broke loose. And he's getting stung. And then we're freaking out because we think he's just going to drop the jar and 80 wasps will be released into the studio.
If bees were stinging my nuts and I had a jar with my nuts in them, the first thing I would do, would not be to shove my nuts in the jar.
Yeah, right.
The second thing I would do is take the jar and fling it away from my nutsack and start brushing my nuts off.
Right.
Oh, man. I tell you.
It's just me.
And then the
Maybe.
show ended abruptly because we're on some kind of computer thing that just shuts us down at a certain time.
No matter what happens.
So this is how Superball Thursday ended yesterday.
You two scary motherfuckers. Y'all thought it was like 10:55, and it was like, oh my God, the show's over. They fired us again.
Yeah, they just cut us off, motherfuckers.
We left them thinking. It was certainly a cliffhanger. Listen for yourself. Where's that last jar?
Oh my God.
Who brought another jar in? What was in the other jar?
4 small paper wasps that I'm shaking up vigorously.
You want to go for the 4 paper wasps?
Sure.
God damn it! No, not that
Not
jar.
the nest. Not the nest.
Plug it up.
That thing is gonna
Nest.
Oh no.
No. Oh God, I'm petrified.
With a wasp nest.
We got a minute. We only have a minute left in the show. A minute left in the show.
Oh, he's going with the entire
A minute left in the show.
Holy shit.
When the show ends, just end it because we can't give plugs or anything.
Plug that shit up.
We only have a minute left in the show. Can we go a little
God.
long? Is it possible to? No, we can't
it
go
cuts
long.
off and it'll go right to.
All right, we got a minute 15. Matt has put the jar that has the nest of bees.
Don't drop it if you get stung.
Don't drop it.
Holy shit!
Jump up and down.
Jump up and down. This is the grand finale. Matt, the current fall champion.
He has his balls for the wasp nest.
He's got his balls in a jar that has a little wasp nest.
Wow.
Anything?
Here
50
they come.
seconds. Here they come. Here they come.
They're on it.
Here they come.
Oh shit!
Here they come. We have 40 seconds left in the show. He is basically shaking the jar upside down right onto his nutsack.
Oh God damn it! Oh, you put the entire nest against his sack. Oh my God! The whole nest is against
30 seconds
his sack.
left in the show.
What courage!
30 seconds. The cameras are rolling. This is for the title, Matt.
You
for
are
the title.
a madman.
Hold the jar.
Don't throw it. Get the jar.
Again, where's the cover?
Put the ladies.
Give him the cover. Give him the cover.
Give him the cover. Oh my God.
Give him the cover. Don't spray his balls.
Kill me again.
Give him the cover. Give him the fucking cover.
That's where it cut off.
That's how it ends.
Oh my God.
His horrible scream. That's how it.
he started getting stung
He
like
was
crazy.
screaming. He couldn't find the cover to the jar.
No one knew where the
So he
lid
held
was.
the jar on his sack, and everyone's looking for the cover. There was somebody who had the pesticide. Yeah, Opie was ready to spray his cock with pesticide, and Jimmy is yelling, don't spray, find the cover. There's screaming, and then it cuts off like a 911 phone call gone bad
Well, wait
when
till
the
you
bad guy pulls the cord out after he shoots the family.
Wait till you see the video, though, because he was in such a panic, and he was trying to do the right thing, but any moment he was going to lose it and just drop the jar.
Which would have filled the studio with angry wasps.
Easily.
Hungry for more ball sack.
It was a perfect ending to a radio show.
Yeah.
Wasps.
And wasps don't die.
I think they live when they sting you, too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, carry on. Yeah, they do live. It's bees that
Me and
die.
Jimmy were in big bee suits.
Bees die.
So they couldn't hurt us, so we didn't care who else got
It's not
injured.
even funny, is it?
Well, here we go.
We
Ladies
had
and gentlemen.
EMTs in here and everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Superball Thursday, it's Matt from New York City. Matt?
Good morning, fellas.
How are you, sir?
Look at that. Listen to the pride. Listen to the pride. Good morning, gentlemen and esteemed colleagues.
And how you doing, my friend?
This guy got it. He knew there was nothing going on near the end of the show, and we were building this thing up for days. And he said, man, fuck this. I'm going to do whatever I can to get these things to sting me.
When is the Super Bowl cock ring ceremony? He gets a big, giant cock ring. They're so gaudy, but you wear them with pride.
And they play the ball bag national anthem.
Yeah.
How are you, bollocks? How are they?
Yeah, Matt, how are you today?
Retire his jockstrap and hang it in the rafters.
Huh, Matt?
Wonderful day.
The end of that show was so surreal yesterday. It's like sort of like a blur.
Did you just, like, blank out? Because I saw your face. You're like, fuck this. I'm dumping them on my dick.
That's what I had to do, you know? It was the end of the show. Nothing was happening. The other two guys were pussies, so I fucking took the jar, and that was it.
Yeah.
Had to produce, you know?
And then he's just like this, making sure the whole nest lands on his...
A trooper.
Yeah, we had three guys. They all did great, but people are not going to forget Matt anytime soon.
No, let's hope not. But I got stung 4 times.
You got 4 stings?
Yes, and when I got home, I was okay. You know, the pain wasn't bad. Then I was like, before I went to school, I was like, you know what, I should take a look at it because I was still sticky. So I was like, let me clean off my fucking dick so I'm not sticking in class. I'm sitting there. So I started cleaning it off, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? It felt like I had a third nut. It was so swollen.
Oh, you had a big knot on your bag?
Looked like a coconut tree.
That's exactly what it looked like. And it felt like. So I was like, what the fuck? What am I doing? I'm trying to get a hard on to see if I can still get a hard on. I was a little worried then. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
So I was like, let me ice it up on the way to school.
Yeah.
So I took an ice bag. I put it on my cock. Now I'm sitting down with my fucking pants half down driving to school. Going, get there. I'm like, I look down. My fucking pants are soaked. Now I'm fucking walking into class, my pants soaked, my fucking jacket on, hanging off. I have a broken arm. I look like a fucking mess.
His arm's broken?
Yeah, his arm is broken, too.
Jesus.
It was a fucking horror show.
Oh, you broke your arm on the job?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
Now you think it's gonna mess up your suit against your job? That you win? You was well enough to go get your balls attacked by Japanese killer wasp? You fucking idiot! This guy's a psychopath.
Yeah, but at the end of the show, though, when I was getting stung, I was like, what the fuck? Before I even started, you guys both were yelling, don't drop the jar. So I'm like thinking in the back of my mind, I cannot drop this jar no matter what I do.
Be honest, how close did you get to dropping that jar? Everybody wants to know, because our lives were in your hands. Not our lives, but our safety, I guess.
And I tell you, I was very close. And all I hear is Jim Norton yelling, where is the cover? Get him the cover.
You know what we need to do? Take that clip, that last clip when pandemonium is happening right before the show cuts out.
Yeah.
I want very well-produced gunfire over that to make it sound like a Vietnam scene. with like some guns going off, that would be perfect. It would sound like that war, the fog of war, kind of confusion and just fright.
It was weird, and you could just still hear him screaming.
Yeah, the screaming.
I'm going to take your idea. Hold on. We're going to do that, definitely. Definitely do what Anthony just said. This is for the listeners easily. If the boys want to help it out, another
production.
Another listener project. So, yeah, you do what Anthony said with the gunfire and whatever you want to add to it.
Yep.
Also, because it was a cliffhanger and just ended, and there were a lot of people out there, because my email went crazy. People were like, all right, what the fuck happened? What the fuck?
Right.
Were the bees released? Did people get stung? Did you guys get fired? I think people need to make their own ending now.
Oh, wow. An open ending that the listeners can now, continue on the audio?
Use the audio.
Wow.
And then right where it ends, that's where you, as the listener, picks up it and make your own ending and send it in. A news report, maybe.
I think any way they want to use that ending audio,
right.
The audio of the pandemonium breaking out.
Right.
If you want to put the Hindenburg guy over it,
right.
Going, oh, get out of the way. Oh, this is the worst catastrophe I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Things like that. Just any horrific things that could fit into. There's your next audio project.
Yeah, there's two things. The Anthony thing, which is a great idea, and also maybe, your ending, too.
Yeah.
Just
you can
continue.
take maybe clips from
Continue
Apocalypse
like the show.
Now, Platoon, things like that.
Right. Because the audio just ends so abruptly. There's something there.
Frightening.
Maybe you, as the listener, comes in as a news reporter or something. I don't know.
They're so stink.
Did you guys see
And
where
so
the actual
swole.
jaw cover was?
Huh?
Did you guys see where the jaw cover actually was? It was stuck to the back of my hand from earlier on with the wax traps.
Holy shit, that's why you couldn't find it?
No one could find
Oh, it was
the lid.
the wax mouse trap. I thought you gave him a professional waxing. It was like the wax.
The glue traps?
The glue traps.
No, the lawyer said no to the glue traps.
But they said yes to these plastic sheets that were covered in this wax. So it's pretty much a glue trap that they had on their ball bags.
But it's for hair removal.
But it's for hair removal,
okay,
yeah.
Right,
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my hands were sticky for that, and that's where the cap was. It was on the back of
That's
my
why
hand.
I was wondering who the fuck is the jokester that hid the lid to the goddamn jar full of
And this
wasps.
guy is such a loyal trooper. Go ahead.
He was holding it the whole time.
Yeah, he had it in
that's
his
what he was
hand.
saying.
That's the type of fear, confusion, and shit that was going on. He had the lid in his hand
and had no idea.
Didn't even know it.
This guy's such an obedient ass. I would have threw that fucking B-ball jar against one of you motherfuckers.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Stuck my balls.
Yep.
And he's like just thinking to himself why he's being murdered by bees.
Take the pain.
Take the
Take the
Shut up.
pain.
Take the pain.
I want you to bag this piece of shit. Y'all look at this piece of shit here.
Take a good look at this lump of shit.
Y'all think you know about your bag being stung by bees? I'll tell you about bag being stung by bees.
Yeah.
I can't believe he held on. That's like he said, all I was thinking about was don't disappoint the fellas.
Right. I
God
like that
bless him.
kind of
What a
loyalty.
trooper.
Matt is a trooper.
What a trooper.
And he is the Superball I champion. He
That's
gets
right.
to wear that title proudly for a year.
Right.
Until the next one. And I'm sure, barring any unforeseen circumstances, Matt, will you return or hope to return for next year?
Yes, I'm going to recuperate for a month and then start going to training.
Into training. He's going to figure out how to get more mousetraps on his bag, a few more of the freestyle. This was the first year we did this, so there's a freestyle event.
Next year,
There's
the
the
freestyle
mousetraps.
event will be much bigger.
Yeah. And then there's mousetraps, and then the listeners think up their own things they want to do to their nuts, which we call the freestyle segment.
Yeah.
One guy took, you ever see those spoons with the points on them that people use to take pasta out of pasta pots?
What, a spork?
Yeah, it's almost like a
Oversized
spork-type
spork.
ladle.
Yeah.
It's like a ladle with spikes on it. He took that and had his girlfriend pull it back like a big spring and snap it onto his sack from... on this granite table.
Oh, they had ballettes with them.
Yeah, little wives to help out, girlfriends.
Ball abuse groupies.
Right. To help
Really?
out.
Oh, yeah.
And I think next
year we're going to have cheerleaders and everything.
You think
Oh,
Raphael?
We're going to have a
cheerleaders.
pregame show, a halftime show.
We're here.
I think we ought to have
We
some
threw
of our
this stupid thing together in a couple days. You wait.
some of our sponsors come up with special commercials
Of
just for
course.
the event.
Do you like knives to your balls? Honey. Do you like sticks to your nuts? No, not me.
Celebrity calling with Lance Armstrong.
Dude, it's not funny to lose a nut on purpose.
Another clip with Richard Belzer.
And here comes Tom Green going to be joining us for this segment.
Quick, who else had cancer? Quick.
Yeah, I know.
I bet you Raphael's in Connecticut somewhere in the dark, just training, lifting bricks, fucking push-ups in the mud.
I'm getting white.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Opie?
Penis weightlifting.
Well, we've done that
We've
before.
done it, and we should do it again.
We should bring it back.
That could be part of Superball, too. And we'll also get the studio up to 110 degrees, so they got a lot more,
more bag area.
A lot more nuttage.
Yeah, temperature definitely makes a difference.
Yeah, it was a little too cold in here.
How about tie your balls in a knot?
Because I think 7 mouse traps on a ball bag is nothing. I think if you really tried, you could.
You think you could get 5 on each side?
Double figures easily.
If you get 10 on your
easily.
sack. I was stunned at 3, and the guy took it up to 6.
I'm stunned at 1. The fact that anybody would intentionally do that.
Yeah.
After a mousetrap snaps on your balls, your only response would be, how the fuck did this just happen? Who put this here?
Not, go ahead, load up another.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm running out of skin.
All right, Matt, we got to move on here, so any final words?
No. I'm just tell everybody to practice up because they're going to need it for next year.
All right, we only got.
that was Matt.
Okay, we only got 2 clips up on OpieandAnthony.com right now. We'll have many more sometime during the weekend.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
He only has a few minutes here. We got to say hi to Frank Caliendo. Frank, how are you, buddy?
Good, guys. How are you?
We had a crazy day here at the Opie and Anthony show. We did another Opie and Anthony experiment.
Sounds like it. I was going to just come on as Madden and go, I've had my sack stung by bees, and boom. You can play with them for hours after that.
Yeah, we need a professional announcer for next one.
Why didn't we get you to announce this for us?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I mean, we've been trying to figure out things Frank could do for the show. Yesterday was perfect.
Yeah,
we're so stupid.
A mousetrap
Perfect.
On a ball or a wasp to a ball or possibly a knife to a ball.
Just when things are going great for him at Mad TV. He's like in so many sketches now. You're one of the veterans now over there, aren't you?
Yeah, well, this is my last year, so it's...
It is? Why is that?
Well, just moving on.
They're not throwing you out, are they?
No.
How many seasons?
You do very well.
How many seasons, Frank?
That's been 5 now.
5 seasons.
Frank, don't do it. Stay on the fucking show, man. Please don't do the whole moving on thing.
No, he's got to
stop at David Caruso. Just stay where you are and just ride it out.
He's got a great gig with the NFL though, too.
Yeah, the NFL. I'm going to keep.
He works well with Terry Bradshaw and the rest of the gang.
Yeah, every week,
Because now they're allowing you to do some lengthy pieces now.
At Mad.
No, with the NFL.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. I've gotten lucky to they let us play around with it a little bit more and stuff like that. We, and the big ones like we did. The last one we did was this Madden one. Where did you see Jimmy Johnson's hair a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
And then we did Madden had his hair, and then we pointed. I go, hey Costas, what do you think of the new haircut? And we cut over to Bob Costas, who's played by a midget. And I guess I heard Costas wasn't real excited about that. But
sure.
No. Yeah, so I did one where we went to the Tonight Show. And
that's the one I saw. Leno helped out and brought on Frank Caliendo as Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, and that
was really funny. Really funny.
You do Bradshaw too?
Yeah, I ended up looking more like Andy Sipowicz, but with blonde hair. But yeah, well, every week when I'm on the show, it's like being on American Idol, and Bradshaw thinks he's Simon Cowell. He's like, not funny, Frank, not funny. Then after the show's like, very funny, Frank, very funny. Like, why didn't you say that while I was on TV? Well, Howard hadn't explained it to me yet. Man, I'm hungry. Let's go shoot some squirrels. And then like he had a Christmas party this year, and he invited me to the Christmas party, and he's like, hey, Frank, and he had prepared material for me, by the way. So I get there, he's like, hey, Frank, you know what? If you lost 20 pounds, you could play Santa Claus. I'm like, okay, great. 20 minutes later, he's like, hey, Frank, if you lost 40 pounds, you could play Santa Claus.
Oh, shit.
And then at the end of the night, he's like, hey, Frank, if I lost 60 pounds, I could play Santa Claus? How did you know, Frank? Good one.
And I've never seen Howie Long laugh at he always looks disgusted after the comedy thing.
Yeah, but see, Howie likes it. Howie actually likes it. It's very different. Kimmel needles you to death. I'm cherubic, so I can get away with a lot. Howie's offered to be in sketches and stuff like that. But a lot of stuff, like after we did the Costas thing with the midget, they can't comment on that because that's their peers. If they try and go with it, pretend like that's okay to them.
But I don't understand that. You can't comment and have a laugh at Costas' expense.
That's why every friend you have is in this room, Opie.
Yeah.
No, but comics always do that to each other. That's the great thing about us. We would trash each other. No one else in the business can do that.
These guys can walk into events and walk up to people and talk to them, not have to look around and go, all right, I fucked with that guy. That guy can't stand me. I wonder if he heard what I said about him.
That's why it's smart that we're shut-ins.
Complete.
We don't have to see the people we make fun of because we rarely go out in public.
Jocks are a bunch of dummies. They're a bunch of dumb motherfuckers who have no sense of humor about themselves at all.
Jimmy Norton said that.
Well, Frank Caliendo, I mean, when he's doing what's the show? Because all those shows to me look the same, so I don't know the name of the one Terry Bradshaw's on.
It's Fox NFL Sunday.
Fox NFL Sunday.
Right, okay. No, I watch it, but
the big one.
To me,
nobody ever knows the name of it either because Fox NFL Sunday doesn't sound like a show.
Right.
The whole day is kind of Fox NFL Sunday. Then, ESPN has their show, and then there's like 4 people that watch the CBS show. So.
But someone brought up a good point in the room. I mean, it's a tough room for you because you're really funny, and these skits are really funny, and these guys are like, they barely give you anything. It's like, dude, come on.
It's kind of the gimmick,
I guess to a point.
They keep they're supposed to pretend like it's not that great because, for the true football fans, while they're trying to get ratings by doing all this other stuff.
Right.
Maybe you should do a date raping a cheerleader bit, something they could relate to. What Jock hasn't. Stop.
Exactly. It's not even really a date rape. It's more just hold her down like Lenny when you're petting her hair in the barn and fuck her and hope you don't choke her to death.
I'm going to smack you up, bitch. Boom.
Fucking amazing. Frank, what are you doing for the Super Bowl?
You know what? I'm just going to be in Cleveland with my wife and son. So we don't have the Super Bowl this year. Fox doesn't. So
yeah, but isn't Fox doing something pregame or no?
No. When your network doesn't have it, you pretend like the Super Bowl doesn't exist.
How funny is that?
That's
so
true.
Right.
So everybody's home. There's no special Terry Bradshaw like little house nowhere.
I'm sure he's doing something for about 10 people out there, just walking around going, "Hey, look at me! I'm wearing a toupee." And people who don't know, I actually get along very well with them off camera, but I just make fun of them on because they need a laugh every once in a while.
Yeah.
Jesus, scared ass Frank.
Now, did you watch the State of the Union address?
I saw some of it. I saw more highlights. It was interesting, as they say in wherever you are. You know what I'm saying? I hate it when the Democrats gave themselves a standing ovation. Now that is that's a French word. Here's a guy who can't get any words out this morning. Boom! Hey, maybe he should get his ball stung by wasps. Been there, done that, man.
I love how half the room.
Look at Gavin's face because he's like, this doesn't sound like Peter. Old Cushney, the soccer guy. He doesn't even know what the fuck Madden is.
He doesn't know Madden.
We're sitting there going, this motherfucker sounds like Madden.
He nails
Madden.
Madden.
Like, Madden who?
Can you do a Maggie Thatcher?
Can you do a
fucking
Gavin's from across the pond.
Yeah, we got a guy from across the pond.
Gavin's like, don't get it, mate.
And his bush is unbelievable. It's dead on. It's scary how good it is.
Yeah, I got a slight little bit of cold or something right now. But did you guys see? I sent you an email. I don't know if you saw it. I did Letterman last week, and I actually tried to call you guys, and I didn't have a number at the time.
Oh, why didn't Frank have a number?
It's my fault.
No, it's E-Rock's fault.
Number 100 times, and I have a computer that erases everything. And but Letterman saw the tape of me like 2 hours before the show. And I guess he kind of knew who I was and stuff like that. But he went crazy for the Madden impression, and all he did was talk about me doing Madden the whole show. He's like, this kid's going to come out here, do 6 minutes of John Madden, and then we're going to take his pants off and put him in a cab. And it was just crazy. And I came out there, and as I went on stage, I'm looking forward to just a segue to get into the bit. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl mostly because of John Madden. And from off screen, you hear Letterman yell, "Yeah!"
Did Madden got? It's amazing for 2 reasons. You sound just like him. And no one would think to do John Madden.
No one does him.
It's like, who would think to even do an impression of fucking Madden and be completely correct?
That's why Caliendo is still cashing in on it, because nobody has found a way to do it that way.
That's some bad shit, man. That's impressive, man.
Through it, he's like,
hey, that product tastes better than a subject right there. Put a little prepositional phrase on there. Boom, you got a chef sentence.
Does Madden think you the shit? Like, is he impressed?
Me.
What?
He hates me.
No.
Really?
Madden hates you?
Oh, won't come anywhere near me.
What a douche.
Wow. Yeah, it's always been rough. It's ever since Kimmel had me on and cut the Jimmy, the first sketch Jimmy ever had me on, he took a pair of hedge clippers to the John Madden eyebrows I was wearing, and next week John had his eyebrows clipped and was just, I guess he just hated my guts.
Oh, no, someone had to finally point it out to him?
I gotta tell you something about John Madden. He used to, I guess, live in my neighborhood. I used to see him walking the streets all the time. He just looks like he's miserable. I've never seen him smile. He's always just like, ah. And I've been in the same restaurants as him, and people are so intimidated by the guy because he just looks like he's a problem and just like miserable. There was a Chinese restaurant in my hood. He ate there all the time by himself and just looked like he was a very sad human.
Well, he's probably all travel weary.
Coach, man. He's a grizzled, angry football coach for real.
They're always nasty.
How about get on a plane, motherfucker? He's on more buses than fucking Ratso Rizzo. Why don't you fly, cocksucker? It's 2006.
He would walk around with just an old hat on, like a baseball cap or what have you, on a cell phone, just like...
You see that horror movie, The Leprechaun? He looks like a bigger version of that leprechaun from the movie Leprechaun.
I love John. You can't trash Madden.
Oh, he's great at what he does, but in his personal life, he looks like he's a very different person.
And he doesn't fly because
he looks like an extra from Lord of the Rings. Like he should be in the background going, boom, there goes Bilbo Baggins.
he's afraid to fly,
I know the guy. He's actually do know John Madden.
He's great.
He's got the Madden Cruiser, I guess, is the big thing he drives around everywhere.
He doesn't fly because I guess some football team in Ohio, they died. All of the whole team died on a plane crash.
So did Buddy Holly.
No,
so did,
No, he's claustrophobic. I've read about this. He's claustrophobic and he can't get out of the plane, so he won't get anything. Sometimes even in a long trip on the bus, I guess they'll just have to get out of the bus and go. I've heard stories. I don't know if these are true, but I've heard stories like he'll just get off, drink a 6-pack of beer or something, and then just get back on the bus. It's just like crazy. He just needs to get away.
Wow.
When he travels, I've been told that when he's in a hotel, you can't go on the elevator with him. They get everybody off the elevator, and if somebody wants to go up at the same time, they're like, no, Mr. Madden's going up. You'll have to just wait.
How about this? Why doesn't he fucking get a hold of himself already and stop making everybody else suffer because of his fucking mental illness?
Because you should just be what I want to do, Norton. Fuck you.
That's probably the response I would deserve.
You should be a shrink, Norton. That was genius. You should be a fucking psychiatrist. Get a hold of yourself.
Stop subjecting us all to your fucking self-centered obsession, jackass.
What did you think he was going to do, Jim? If you talked to him like, yeah, that sounds pretty good, Jimmy. I mean, yeah, I if I get a hold of myself, I can get on a plane and start doing a lot. You solved it. You're on board, Dr. Norton.
We have some of Dr. Norton's therapy session.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
I actually got a clip of Norton helping someone out too.
You're gonna be okay.
It's that easy.
That's all you have to say.
Nice.
All right, Frank.
I appreciate it, guys.
Steelers?
Yeah, I'm going Steelers.
Everyone's going Steelers.
Everyone.
I'm not.
I'm going Seahawks.
No?
You going Seahawks? A couple Seahawks fans?
Any money to be made on that bet, you think? Huh? What do you think?
Steelers. That's all I'm. I think that any guy that has a name that you could eat fries with at Roethlisberger. I mean, that guy's gonna win the Super Bowl and be a legend. He's the next Brett Favre.
That is unbelievable. Frank, what are we promoting today? Anything?
Nothing. I just called in to say hey.
Oh, you rock. Come see us soon.
I would love to. I'm going to be out in New York in October or something like that. Maybe I'll get out there something before that this summer.
Did you just say I'll be out in New York in October?
Isn't that correct? You mean after it's gotten warm and then cold again?
And for a split second, I'm thinking, well, it's late August. That's right around the corner.
Listen, guys, I'm not plugging in.
It's genius that you actually paid attention to that, because it's like, yeah, all right, Frank. It's like you thought that was the wrap up. Hey, I'm actually going to be in New York in 2008.
Hey, drop in.
Frank.
We'll see you then.
And don't quit Mad TV, dude. Don't do no dumb shit like that.
Well, maybe he's got something in the works.
Yeah, he has nothing in the fucking works. He has a 3-picture deal. He's going to do something Goofy 4, something Goofy 2, and something Goofy 3, and don't do it, Frank.
And maybe
do me a favor. What's the last Mad TV episode you saw?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, look at the time. We got to go.
It doesn't matter, Frank. Stay on there, dude. Don't go.
What a great answer.
Here's what people used to say to me. Man, you on Mad TV, huh? What's Orlando Jones like? He's been gone for 8 years.
Fair enough.
What's Nicole Sullivan like? Well, she's been gone for 5 years.
Yeah, they're all new people on there now.
All right, you got a fair point. That is a fair point.
I don't have the answer for him either.
He has a little dignity, and that's the answer I didn't expect, but that's basically what it is. Like, you know what? Fuck it.
He's got his shoot on, and he's punching
Fox.
out before
it gets pitiful.
Yeah.
Right,
Goose cracks his head on the canopy. He's gonna.
God bless. You know what? Very fair. I step back and I relinquish my thing. You know what? Leave that horseshit show. Let Bobby Lee carry the torch.
He's getting a lot more exposure with Terry Bradshaw and the gang. That's where I see him blowing up.
I did see the teaching Bobby Lee, was it teaching Bobby how to drive bit?
Yeah, there's some good stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
This year.
That was pretty funny.
Mad TV went away from doing all the gay stuff to now just trying to trying to be funny for a bigger audience. For a while, and there's nothing wrong with this, but it was really geared toward gay men and young women. It was a very weird show.
That's a strange demo to go after.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, has Lauren ever called you?
No, Lauren
That's
Michael.
Weird, man.
Why would he? Frank is talented.
Well, they need someone that could do impressions on that show.
Yep.
That John Madden is enough for the whole show.
Right.
It's better than the whole show.
That's for a whole season right there.
Here's another point.
And they need someone that does Bush, and SNL's always been known for having someone that could do the president really well.
Right.
Right there, he should hire you.
Even if he looks like he got stung by bees and had an allergic reaction and his face puffed up. But you know what?
You're a heavy boy.
Here's a point. You guys know I've been doing Pacino forever, and it's a I've been doing a certain style of Pacino for a long time.
Well, let's hear it for the new listeners.
Yeah, we'd love
it. Little piece.
Talking like this to my friends Opie and Anthony.
The yelling Pacino.
The yelling one.
That's after Sea of Love Pacino. That's Pacino from Sea of Love till now.
But Godfather Pacino though, if you could do, can you do Godfather Pacino?
Not so much. I mean, I could do.
No, that's the subdued Pacino.
Yeah.
But it's the post scent. I could do it today with the cold a little bit, not so great. But the post scent of a woman is what I'm mostly known for.
Yeah.
And you guys know, remember that when I first met you guys, I didn't even do it on the air. I did it on Conan, and I did it in some drops for you.
Yep.
And then what happened was you guys were like, why didn't you do that while you're here? I'm like, well, I wanted to save something. I did almost everything else in my whole repertoire. So, and then I did it on Mad TV, and I remember Anthony saying, hey, it was like a little chubby Al Pacino on there. And nobody, you guys knew, and your audience knew, and which is pretty big, and a couple other in the Mad TV audience knew that I did it. And I've been known as doing this, good Al Pacino for a long time. Well, then, do you see that guy on SNL did a really good Pacino?
Uh-huh.
And it was in every magazine about how nobody's nailed Pacino like he did.
Yeah, isn't that great?
This was a long lead up to how Frank is pissed and he didn't get credit for the first Pacino and shit.
I'm still battling no, it's not the first Pacino, but I'm just battling your argument about why you stay on a TV show. It's
not an argument. I just thought you just should stay because every time somebody goes, they're going to move on, they never move on.
No, I just understand that you don't believe I'm good enough to do anything else. But
fair enough, Frank. He's being fair. It's like, it's just it started off with David Caruso and then ended with the Puerto Rican that left, Ricky Schroeder left. Maybe it's just that one horseshit show you shouldn't leave.
Yeah.
No,
David
New York's
Caruso,
undercover.
Hey, listen, I
seemed to eke out a career.
I can take a laugh at my own expense. Believe me, I've been doing it for a while, so it's cool. I just, a certain time you gotta fight back with David Horowitz and go for it.
All right, hey Frank, give us a little John Madden as you leave us today.
Yeah, I think that the Steelers are going to take this one, and then I don't even know if the Seahawks are going to show up. It's the coffee makers versus the Steelers, and boom, I'm going with the Steelers. One more thing, guys, from the President of the United States of America. Seacrest out. See you guys later. Thanks.
See you, man.
Frank Caliendo, everyone. Thanks, Frank.
Jesus, that goddamn man. It's impressive every time I see it. It's like I'd go, how does he pull that off?
Yeah. And doesn't it figure that Lauren wouldn't contact him? Doesn't it figure? Maybe there's a whole Mad TV SNL thing, but doesn't it figure?
It's ego.
That fucking a guy as funny as that.
And he does more than Madden. His Bush, I've never heard a better Bush.
I might have heard.
I've never ate a better bush.
And then you throw in the Pacino. He does the Robin Williams.
Oh, that's right. He does do it. He does Robin Williams.
Robin Williams
really well.
Yep.
He does Chris Farley.
And the poor guy just, looks, just a mushy little, like fucking Norton with bones.
Yeah. Hey, we've been talking for a very long time, so let's take a break. We got Patrice O'Neal in the studio. Gavin from across the pond.
You have a nice
Norton.
piss, Arnold.
And we'll continue. All right, you're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. It's the virus, the O&A virus, spreading across America.
I just smells so raisiny and cinnamony in here now, doesn't it?
Sure does.
I just did a phone-in to Wolf and Tobin in Albany. It's a commercial radio show. They're friends, and I like doing them. And they were the first ones I've done that actually asked about this show and the hours we're on.
Oh, yeah?
They're like, yeah, what time you guys on, man? How's it going? It's fucking great, man.
That was nice of them.
Yeah, but it's just nice to see people that aren't fucking panicking about satellite.
Yeah, perhaps they're
Hi.
on their way to satellite one of these days.
Why are you saying hi? We haven't even introduced you yet.
I was saying hi to him. He looked at me.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, he'll do that.
And we met out there.
Oh, I got confused. I'm sorry.
He'll do that. He'll look at you until you're scared.
Gosh, you can say the F word in here?
You can say fuck.
That is fantastic.
Yes.
I always had to curtail myself.
No, not on XM satellite radio.
Wonderful.
It's nice. Talk about anything. And in order to talk about your life, I think it's best uncensored. Tell you the truth.
Well, I've led a very uncensored life.
We should introduce everyone to Pamela Des Barres.
Hi.
Yeah. You're like, you were a professional groupie?
Well, professional, I don't know. There was no word. Well, there was no word groupie when I started doing it. I don't know. I mean, I guess I sort of
What was it called
invented.
back then?
Well, I met Dion's wife. He was one of my absolute heroes when I was very young, and she said they were called Top 40 Fuckers. I can say it on here.
Top 40 Fuckers?
I've never been able to say that. Yeah. She said they were girls like me were called Top 40 Fuckers, and she said it with disdain.
Yeah.
Because she's been with Dion for a long time, and I guess he was hit on a lot.
And she had to deal with that? Being married to him, I guess?
Yeah. But I was, I didn't go after married men. I was very careful that way.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want that to happen to me. It did, but I didn't want it to.
When did you start, hooking up with rock stars?
When I was about 16.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jeez. Who was your first?
My first...
You probably have heard these questions a million
times.
Yes,
I have.
But
that's all right.
Maybe we'll have a different spin on it somehow.
Nick St. Nicholas was actually my first. I fell madly in love with him.
Who?
He was in Steppenwolf, bass player for Steppenwolf.
Oh, okay.
Then Chris Hillman was my
So you started kind of down the ladder. Didn't get right up there to the upper echelon of rock and roll.
Well, that's who I fell in love with, though. I mean,
really?
Yeah, I was always in love with these people. And Chris Hillman from the Byrds was my real true love. I saw him off and on for years. He was the second one. Then Noel Redding and the Hendrix Experience. Third. For a while I kept a little list and I knew, but then I dropped the list.
Any comics on the list?
Well, I had a long affair recently with Michael Richards.
Really?
He's very funny.
Well, yeah.
He's hysterically funny. He does stand-up that is out of this world.
Yeah.
A lot of people haven't seen it.
Now, how many rock stars have you been with?
Not that many.
No?
No, because I always tried to stay with them for a while. For instance, I'd never one-night stand, not one.
No?
So proud of that. People think I probably had 100 of those. No.
Yeah, we just picture
like
backstage, a quick banging, and then...
I never did back... Never.
No?
Never did. I was always the girlfriend. The girlfriend. I don't think I would have written a book about just that kind of stuff. And I am writing a book now about that kind of stuff, though, with other girls, called Let's Spend the Night Together, with all the other groupie stories.
And those are a lot of the just backstage
a lot of down on their knees
and
favors but you know what? They had a good time. None of them.
Now, if you were the girlfriend, you probably saw a lot of that went on.
Yes, I saw a lot of that. I was kept away. When Zeppelin were notorious, but Jimmy was my boyfriend, Jimmy Page, and he kept me away from most of that stuff.
Wow.
Jesus.
It's pretty good on the resume. Fucking Jimmy Page. Jesus.
You do any black magic with Jimmy Page?
I got him Aleister Crowley manuscripts. He collected Aleister Crowley stuff, and there was a guy in Hollywood who had actual manuscripts with scribbling. I remember getting him one for $1,100. It must be worth $50,000 now or something. He is a very smart
more than
collector,
that, gentlemen.
Really smart art collector and everything. He's amazing. Yeah.
Does he still have Crowley's house?
Yes, he does in Scotland. Yeah.
Do you still talk to Jimmy?
Occasionally. I'm much closer with Robert Plant. We stayed really good friends. But yeah,
So did Jimmy.
I met him
and
once.
Robert Plant.
Yeah.
He's a
Got a
great
picture.
guy.
He's smiling.
He's the best.
Yeah, we took a really homoerotic picture. Like, I went for the photo, and his hair is, like, delicately touching my face, and we look like a couple of moes, but it's still a great picture with a legend. All right, I got to ask you, the most famous, would you say, Jimmy Page?
Mick Jagger.
Oh, you banged Mick Jagger?
Many times.
Ooh. Fuck.
Banged. That's
Wow.
such a rude word.
But that's the way I look at it, though.
Yeah, it is.
How about Ozzy? Did you ever hook up with Ozzy?
Ozzy's a good friend. Ozzy and Sharon are good friends. Mm-hmm.
That's a yes.
I never slept with Ozzy.
No, I never slept with Ozzy.
No.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
He's not really my type.
Come
Plus
on.
He's married. I didn't do the married thing.
How about, all right, who,
Sharon's a good friend. I knew her before Ozzy. That's how I met Ozzy.
Where did you do Mick Jagger?
In L.A. and in London.
And you say you didn't do one-night stands, but Mick Jagger's not the girlfriend type, really. He's jumping around all over the place.
But he liked me enough so that we, stayed in touch. And whenever he came to L.A., we were together. When I was in London, we were together.
Gonna wing on over to London and fuck the Stones.
Only one stone, thank you.
That's the one you're going to bang, though. I mean, not that. I mean, I'd probably jerk Bill Wyman off, but I mean, fucking, if you're going to have sex, Mick is the guy.
He was hot. He's still pretty hot. He gets the young chicks.
He was 17. How do you not love
He gets
Jagger?
the young chicks. I get the young guys, though. I do.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's 20 years younger than me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is he in the music
Yeah,
biz?
he's a country singer, kind of alt rock country singer in L.A. Love him.
I got to ask you,
Extended
biggest hog in rock. Who has the biggest hog?
I don't. I never.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
No, honestly,
But you have to remember. It's
You
almost
have
like
to
saying,
remember going like, ow.
Yeah. Well, which one did you look at and go, ugh? I heard Hendrix had a
That's gonna be
huge dick.
tough.
Yes, he did, but I only saw the cast. I never saw the actual flesh.
Yeah.
Because Cynthia Plastercast is a good friend of mine, but Don Johnson probably. He was my boyfriend. We lived together for a year, and he's happening
Packing.
in that area. Yeah.
He's packing some heat.
Yeah, Don is hot.
I heard Huey Lewis had a huge penis,
Yes,
too.
I've heard that too. Yeah. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Never saw that. Never hooked up with the
I
Huey.
always liked the Brits, the British boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prefer them unclipped.
Most
pretty good.
embarrassing rock star you've been with, on the way of popularity, and who would go like, oh, that's kind of a geeky. Like
no.
Buddy Holly would be like.
No, I was never
somebody
with a
who-
geeky rock star.
No?
No.
Only the cool guys?
The wildest one was Keith Moon. I saw
I
him
could
a lot
assume.
for years. Waylon Jennings, I was
leave
with
with
a lot.
vomit and cum on you, and you leave the hotel room after Keith Moon.
He was the sweetest, though.
But you didn't do one-night stands, man. You're rattling
No.
them off. There's
But
not enough time.
Here's what she's saying. Like, I think it's not like a girlfriend, like we're committed and in love, but it's like, oh, I'll date you when you're in town and hang out.
Exactly.
It's not just like a one-night thing.
I was the LA girl,
All right.
or sometimes
Well,
even
that's-
more. I would go to London or New York.
But I think that's a little different than being a girlfriend.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Yeah. I think that's what you're saying. But it's not like a girlfriend, like, all right, I'm in love with you. You
A
don't see
live-in
other
girlfriend.
people.
No, it wasn't like that. But it
They
was.
came to town and you go out to dinner or go get coffee and what have you, right?
Whatever.
And then go back to the hotel.
But I would see them for years, like Waylon Jennings and Keith Moon. I saw for 2-3 years.
Waylon, yeah.
Yeah, whenever I was, their L.A. chick.
She's a groupie there. She screwed rock stars there.
Oh, that's
Patrice
cool.
O'Neal.
Little
I'm sorry.
relationships and
Some fantastic
sex
ones.
with.
Did somebody already ask about comics and whatever?
Yeah, the first thing I asked.
That was the first.
Please, of
What did
course.
you say? What happened?
Michael Richards.
Michael Richards.
Yeah, but see, he was my boyfriend. We were actually dating for 6 months. We didn't see.
Any guys give you a call and say, "Hey, man, don't mention me."
No. Are you kidding? They all want to be talked about. And Dave Navarro wrote an intro for my new. I'm with the band. It's just been re-released. That's why I'm not doing this.
Did you have sex with Dave
Navarro?
Navarro? All right.
Anytime there's...
No, he's a friend. He's a dear friend, and he did me a favor writing my preface.
Yeah. What's the book again?
I'm with the band.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm reading tomorrow night at Coliseum Books.
She went out with all these guys, Patrice.
She seems so pleasant.
And
It seems
Sandra
more
Bernhardt
pleasant
is
than,
reading with me, speaking of comedians. She's reading with me tomorrow at Coliseum Books here in Manhattan at 7 p.m.
I think she's very sexy.
Yeah, I do too. I had a crush on her. In my
Not
second
at
book,
all.
I read all about this big crush I have on her.
Really?
I like her. I've always liked her.
What?
They have readings like how people do on C-SPAN at the book thing, and it's like
I'm going to read out of my book.
Really?
Well, it's a little more than a reading, and I stop
What part are
and
you
tell
gonna read?
stories. I don't know. Sandra's going to read the Jimmy Page stuff. It's pretty hot.
Little
I
racy.
had orgasm after orgasm, and I could see them and taste them. They were flavored. I was on mescaline.
He knows how to work.
Well, the mescaline might have helped.
Gonna really...
I realized that it wasn't milk that shot through my eyeball.
Jimmy Page is great with his fingers, too. So you gotta think that he knows what he's
up
doing
and down a cliff.
So Sandra's going to read that.
Oh, that's funny. The nipple and the clit together. That's
Oh, he's just playing down.
You're done now, though, right?
Oh no, that guitar is very sexy stuff.
Quick, the immigrant song. I want to come.
And you're done? You're done with that whole life?
My boyfriend is a musician. He's 20 years younger than I am.
But you wouldn't call yourself a groupie anymore.
No.
You hear about Superhead, right? Like the black girl version of you?
No, I want to hear about her.
Who is she?
Superhead, very
I need
big.
to know. And
Corinne Steffens, are you serious?
We are on cultural lines here that are not
Corinne
crossing
Steffens
over.
is the black version of this girl.
Like hip hop.
But whatever.
I'm looking for her for my new book.
You've heard? Do you know who she is?
No, I want to know about her.
She is the one, but it was more of a vengeful thing. This sounds, if I'm not right, this sounds more like, "Hi everybody, remember I sucked your dick." Hers is more like, "You motherfuckers, I was down and out. I licked your balls, and this is what you do to me. All right, Bobby Brown, your dick tastes like crack."
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
little
it's
vengeance.
called the book is Confessions of a
Video
Video
I got
That's
some.
her
I got some
name?
audio.
Okay.
I got a little
Wow,
taste.
stop it.
This might be Superhead. No, it's E-Rock. He found this.
Corinne's sexual abilities were so well known, she even received the special nickname, Superhead.
When it began, it was just a joke, that came from a song. I thought it was cute, and the guys on Murder Inc. would call me Sue. And then when it grew into something ugly, it hurt me. And I was ashamed.
And I saw a video. I saw a porn video of this girl. She was in, I think, Mr. Marcus' Neighborhood, part 20. And,
20, of
I
course.
think it was 20. I'm not sure, but Mr. Marcus' Neighborhood, it was Superhead. She sucked dick. Me and my girl watched her, and my girl goes, "So what do you think?" I go, "That is officially a professional dick sucker."
Yeah.
She goes for the cum. Like it ain't no fucking, "Hi everybody, I'm gonna kiss it, I'm gonna hold it." She was making a porn star in a porn movie go, whoa, come on baby, we gotta fucking do a scene. I can't fucking come right now. Chill out, bitch. Cause she did the number one getting the guy to come head job shit is jerking and sucking. And he was like, "What, bitch? We're not in love."
With spit, and a ball touch, a light ball touch.
She is brutal. But your thing, it seems like more like everybody, if they came in there, some guy would be like, "Hey, doll, how you doing? Good to see you, baby.
Yes.
Hey."
Yeah.
Corinne is
I
like,
had relationships.
"Oh,
yeah.
she's fucking being, people are torturing her, yeah."
Oh,
because, we don't like snitches in the black community.
Why would she do that to herself? Why would she let that happen?
I don't, how could, which group, I guess groupie word, what direction on the dark side or the force, how do you end up being on the force as a groupie and on the dark side? What is the wrong thing to do for all the young up-and-coming fucking groupies to stay good in the eyes of the motherfuckers you're fucking?
Excellent question. I think it's it has to do with how you feel about yourself, your own self-esteem, and how far you would go to be with someone like that. Because I have a girlfriend of mine who would let herself get demeaned a couple times, and they feel terrible afterwards. It sounds like this girl did too. But I would never get in a situation like that. Even if I smelled something weird in the air, I would leave. So is
there like an ethic where you're not, the community of rock stars or whoever you see, man, they go, what's your name again? I'm sorry.
Pamela Des Barres.
Pamela Des Barres. They go, "Hey man, look, I know one, Pam. She's not gonna fuck with your wife. She's not gonna say she was pregnant. She's not gonna snitch on your shit.
Yeah.
She's just gonna fuck you, have some coffee, and so does the word spread that you're, she's a good hoe, man.
Yeah.
She's an upstanding motherfucking hoe."
Yes, I'm sure.
The word goes like you get a reputation for being a decent hoe.
Let's go to the phones. Will in Denver. Will, what's up?
Decent person.
Hello, Lord. Hey, Pamela, by any chance, when you were banging Waylon, did he ever scream out the name Jesse? Ramon, get me a name-dropping whore.
What? Let's see. Well, Waylon is one of the people I was actually with who was married, but I didn't know it. I didn't know it.
Yeah.
And later I found out he was married to Jessie Coulter. And
all right, Bill, what's up?
Yikes.
Bill.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for getting the gay out of the show today.
Okay.
But I want to ask her, there's a movie, Almost Famous, with Kate Hudson. I mean, does her life, like, kind of relate to that kind of movie if she ever saw it?
well, that character was pretty much based around me. Yeah, that character was pretty much based around myself. Yeah.
Are you like the...
I am the very famous... I'm the famous...
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
I am the groupie.
You are fucking... Like, other groupie girls, like 20 go, oh, my God.
Yes.
That's
me.
Do that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I wrote on with the band. I'm reading tonight in New York and Toronto.
Any advice to, like, new groupies out there? How do they get backstage?
Well, now you sort of have to be in the business. You have to, be a disc jockey. You have to, like, work at be a publicist or journalist. Because it's very difficult to meet the big guns these days. You can meet those local bands, smaller bands, and that's a good way to start.
Anybody can fuck the bass player. But to get to Mick,
not even so much the bass player. Bass players are difficult now too. If they're in Green Day, how do you get to them? It's very hard to do.
And your season, what was your heyday? Early 70s.
Late 60s.
Pre-AIDS.
Oh, yeah. I had a blast.
Shit.
No condoms.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have to even worry.
Any kids?
Any of that.
Dang it.
I have a son. Yeah.
Who's is he?
27.
My
husband. I got married for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And who is he?
Michael Des Barres. He's on this new show called The Four Kings. He's on right now. He's playing a Phil Spector, British version of Phil Spector. It's so funny. So he's doing real well.
All right, let's go to McFly, the trucker. McFly.
Hey, I'd like to ask Pamela, first off, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Waylon? And 2, what was the time you was dating Waylon there? What time frame there, year-wise?
I was dating Waylon. Seeing Waylon.
Yeah, you gotta
from
say
like
there was no dating going on. They weren't looking at you as a girlfriend.
Hey, come on, they were
they
too.
Really were.
And she was really just seeing him, looking through the window. I see you, Waylon. Pam, could you get the fuck out of here, please?
No, they loved me. 69
they had
to
girlfriend
71.
Experiences with you one day at a time.
69 to 71.
To say that,
and he was married to Jessie during.
No,
that
Jimmy
time?
Page was my boyfriend. Okay. All right.
I have a feeling she's a classy fucking
69 to
trooper.
71, I saw Waylon. And Jesse didn't. In fact, Shooter Jennings is a good friend of mine, and he told me that 2 weeks before his dad passed on, he started talking about me again. And Jesse came in and said, "Shut up, Waylon." So she definitely knew about me. And I was a girlfriend of his. Thank you.
Scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Waylon compared to all your other flings?
Jesus. He was pretty hot, but I've got to tell you, at the time, he was on speed. So he could not finish. It would go on forever.
I've been there, done that.
Who gave the best head?
Jimmy Page.
Really? That's Jimmy Page. What an artist.
Yeah, Jimmy, she
an
loves
artist in the bed, an artist on the stage.
Using that tongue
studio.
like he's playing a Zeppelin solo.
Oh, yeah. Did he try to get a little weird and pull out like a bow from a violin every so often? And...
Let the cliff beat down upon my nose.
No, with other girls he did, but not with me. I was the good girl.
Yeah.
Was you inspiration for any of his stuff?
Probably.
Delicious.
Is Robert Plant, was that really his package in those jeans and those posters?
Yes.
Wow.
I know girls who have been with him. Yeah, he is definitely happening.
He's got the big Robert Plant dick in there.
How pleasant this
Robert
is.
Plant and the eggplant in his pants.
Is the hottest. He is still the hottest guy. I toured with him recently. If I went to a few of his gigs because we're old friends, and the girls, all ages, just freaking out.
Still throwing themselves out.
And he's still the way he holds himself and everything, he's a rock god.
Did you get the write-off on this book from all the people that you mentioned
name
by name?
You don't have to. It's
I know, but I'm saying to like
no one
have
got
people
mad
not
at me.
hate you and shit.
No one got mad at me. I told the truth. These guys love. Why do you think they are up there showing off? They love to be talked about.
Who's the last big rock star kind of guy you were with? Like, was it the 80s or something?
It was Keith Moon because it was earlier than that.
Wow,
I
really?
met my ex-husband in '74. And
so
Keith Moon was I was seeing Waylon and Keith Moon at the same time. Actually, I saw Waylon for longer.
Yeah.
I saw him till '74.
Let's go to Mike in Baltimore. Mike.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey, Pamela, good morning.
Good morning.
For a long time. Great read. I wanted to ask you, who was the biggest asshole that you were with?
You know, they just weren't assholes to me. I got to be honest with you. I didn't have asshole experiences. Well, Jimmy Page was, I don't know, Jimmy Page was the best and the worst because he did actually wind up leaving me for a 14-year-old
Because you love Jimmy
girl.
Page.
Yes,
for
I
a
did.
14-year-old.
14.
How
yeah.
old was he?
He was 26, I guess, maybe at the time. 25.
How long did he date her for? Probably 4 years.
Couple of years. No, a couple of years, too. You know, she was another one of the girls, Lori Maddox. She's in my new book that you know, he saw for a couple of years and broke her heart, too. Oh, my God. He was,
she was
left
with
her,
a 9-year-old.
Left her for B.B.
Jimmy
Buell.
laid it down. Jimmy fucking outfucked all those rock stars, man.
Yeah, he's notorious.
Oh, he fucking blasted her because she can't get. It's like, so who is the biggest asshole? So who had the worst breath? Jimmy. Who cooked the best food? Jimmy Page. Well, how about Mick Jagger? Fuck that faggot. I don't like him.
Jimmy.
You know, Jimmy. I have to go. I have another appointment, unfortunately, because I didn't plan on this. This is so much fun.
Oh, yeah, they were telling us through the window that you had to go.
Yeah. But thanks for having me. Can I mention that I'm reading tonight at Enid's in Brooklyn and tomorrow night at the Coliseum Books in Manhattan. I'd love to have people come down and meet me and hang out.
Okay.
Be fun.
Have a good read.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pamela.
Bye. Bye.
Pamela Des Barres, everyone.
Everyone, look at Patrice taking a look. Yeah, it's a heavy door. There you go.
There you go. Carlos Mencia checking in. What's up, Carlos?
Oh, you should see the kind of groupies I get to fuck.
She's trying to claim that she was a girlfriend to all these guys. Stop.
Well, I don't think girlfriend in the way that they're, you know,
she wanted
let's go to the movies and
she wanted people to make sure she wasn't doing one-night stands with these guys. What's the difference?
She was, but what was making her good? You
I don't care if it's still on outside. I had a problem with the fact that she thought she wasn't doing one-night stands.
I think the difference is
she did one-night stands multiple times with these guys.
She was a trooper and hung out. They probably called her. Cause I know girls like that you just bang, and then there's girls that like, man, I really want to see this girl again when I'm in that city.
They trusted her. She was a trusted
I understand
hoe.
that. But Derek goes, he whispers in my headphones, it's still on outside. She could hear this. I don't care.
She was a trusted
I had a problem
hoe.
with the fact that she's saying she was an actual girlfriend with all these guys.
You don't get side pussy ope, so you don't understand this. That getting a fucking hoe that doesn't snitch, man, is very important. She was an important part of that group. The word went out. They used to go, hey, man, if you want to have a good time in the city or wherever this bitch was, go call Pam the bro. Yep. She'll suck your dick. She'll chill out. She won't fuck with your life.
I get it.
And I think
that's
some
what it was.
of the guys
but she was trying to make it sound like it was different than that.
Some of the guys probably were actual boyfriend for whatever period of time.
Maybe a couple, but she named a bunch of names, and we barely got started with her.
Maybe there's a different definition of
boyfriend. And she also
boyfriend.
said she didn't go with the married guys. Come on.
What do I know?
That's her word.
You never know. She might have an ethic. The bitch has an outstanding,
repertoire
reputation in the groupie community.
Anyone would write her a reference. You know?
Yeah, I hear you.
She's well loved. You gotta love her.
What English guys as well? All English guys. So they're just popping through America and banging.
Nobody gives a shit about they were all English guys with their uncircumcised dicks.
That's what they're doing, just banging them all the way from England, from America.
English dicks all smell like feet.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Nobody cares if your octopus tentacle dick. You fucking awful fucking.
I'm helmets off. Clearly helmets off. I'm a German helmet. Don't worry about it.
All English guys. Nobody cares.
Carlos, what do we got going on, man?
Nothing wrong with the little cheese with your weenie, guys. What the fuck's wrong with you guys? What's wrong with uncircumcised dick?
What, a peeler? The burrito?
You don't got no uncircumcised dick.
Antisa.
Don't even say that.
No, yeah, I'm not circumcised. I'm a banner, dude. We don't.
Of course.
Like
no, he's saying he's got a banana peel.
The Mexicans don't circumcise.
Peeler.
No.
They don't circumcise.
Okay, what? The dick of Mencia.
Yeah,
the dick of Mencia.
My dick's got a hood, dude. My dick looks like it's about to commit a felony, dude. That's what my shit looks like.
Dick is a racist.
Got a little hoodie on.
You know what it looks like? It looks like the father from Mork and Mindy wearing a scarf around his mouth.
Wow. Got a little burning cross and everything.
Holy shit.
Scaring all the clipped dicks.
Right before I put it in, it said batches. I don't need no fucking batches. And it goes in, baby.
I gotta take a piss. I gotta take a piss tomorrow. I gotta start rolling back my dick.
I think it's only America that has it, isn't it? Only America has
I don't want no fucking dick.
It's because of bitches, man. You want no ugly fucking foreskin? That's what your mama do immediately. Get rid of that ugly mess.
You got to take a piss, and it's like putting a convertible top down on your car. It takes all kinds of time and effort.
And you got to treat your dick like a pussy, like a vagina. You got to keep it clean like a vagina.
Everything's on the outside. You just scrub a dub in the shower. You're done. You're not peeling back tab A and certain tabs B, slot C.
Like a convertible top. That'd be so good. All right, I got to pull this over here, pull this over here.
You got to fucking
pull this part out.
That off.
Fucking fallopian tubes in your
Nothing.
dick.
Where the fuck does this thing end?
Hey, if it was on your fucking nose, you'd get it cut off. Everybody. If everyone was born with like a fucking little elephant trunk on their nose, and a doctor said, "Oh, we cut that off when you're born," everyone would do it.
Everybody. You can't cover that shit
I gotta
up.
roll my nose skin back to breathe.
Yeah, I got a cold. There's snot in here now, and
it's pretty awful.
Dried up in a crease.
Piss all trapped in it.
Oh, Carlos, where you're getting killed.
Oh, fuck it.
Carlos is getting killed.
Oh
I've got a buddy who can actually put a half a pint of liquid in his foreskin and hold it and shake it around.
Yeah, is that how you clean it out? Take some fucking jacks.
It's pretty
awful. Gargle.
Hey, want some Listerine in there?
Hey, I broke my cock. There's an air cast on it.
Listen, fellas, we're going out Saturday. You got to let me know on Wednesday because I got to start cleaning my dick.
He's great, sir.
Ant eater.
he's dying.
Snuffleupagus.
What's going on, Carlos?
On that note, shit. Hey, I just want everybody to know I've always get complaints that I don't go to the East Coast, so I'm going to be actually at House of Blues in Atlantic City in a couple of weeks. So there aren't that many tickets left. So go get them. There, I'm done. Let me tell you, you go see my uncircumcised convertible pullback after 20 years.
Anteater. I love that, man. Anteater.
God, he called in for just a nice, quick, innocent plug, and he just got ambushed.
No girl wants to suck a cock that smells like a Reuben.
Oh my God! So make sure everybody go see Carlos in Atlantic City at the Hard Rock Cafe.
House of Blues.
House of Blues in Atlantic City. Him and his civil rights dick, hosing down Negroes.
Don't be hating, black man.
Fucking that end of the Auric vacuum cleaner cock, and that 8-pound cock.
You think your piss goes everywhere after sex, dude?
Oh my God!
Might not be clean, but it could pluck ants out of an ant hole.
Fucking find a nickel behind the head when you pull it back like a fucking purse. There's a velament stuck to it.
An old fucking number. It's like, holy shit, is it that Groupie's number?
Uncircumcised dicks, man.
They are just awful.
When's the date in Atlantic City, Carlos?
What is the fucking date? 2 weeks from this weekend, whatever that date is.
All right.
I don't even know, man. It's in 2 weeks from today, actually.
Hey, I apologize, by the way. You called me during the Islander Ranger game last night at the Coliseum. I couldn't pick up my phone.
Joe Rogan was on the line.
Oh, it's all good. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no, actually, Joe Rogan. I didn't want to click over. No.
That motherfucker Ned should be playing hockey, that cracker.
But you called during the game, and I couldn't pick up. It was too loud at the Coliseum last night.
It's all good, man. It's worth you guys fucking calling my dick an Auric vacuum cleaner.
Did you doing a...
No, you don't understand. I'm going to go upstairs right now, pull it out, and tell my wife, does this shit taste like a Reuben meat? Have some Danish, babe, but wait, let me pull it out.
Well, you should be able to answer that question, though. I mean, is she doing that a lot? If she's not doing that a lot to you, then there's a problem.
Yeah, it kind of answers itself.
See, it's a question that answers itself.
If you have a cut dick, it is so much easier to see where the problem is. If you're uncut and you fuck somebody in the ass, you got to clean it like toothpaste. You got to squeeze it from your balls all the way.
Get the sweet corn from underneath.
No, you got to get one of those fucking rollers that you knead bread with.
Bread roller. Slap your dick on the table. Playing the Italian cook music in the back. I gotta clean my dick.
You're gonna clean your dick and have it look like space food.
Quarter pound of cookie dough on the table when you finish.
We treat our
Some unclean motherfuckers.
we treat our friends horribly.
Oh, of course we do.
I like the fact that the hardest thing to you guys is the fact, oh, you gotta clean that thing. Yeah, you take a shower, you peel it back, you get in.
See, that's the thing, Carlos. That's the problem. That little detail of pulling it back.
Peeling
That's what
anything
makes
back.
us different from hoes. It's like we don't have to pull no skin back.
No.
It's just like wash your dirty dick. That skin makes you respect your dick. No one wants to respect their dick when they're cleaning it. Just watch that motherfucker.
Part of your leg. That's it. I just want to. It's a part of my leg. I just lather up the whole seam down there.
Cleaning your cock should never have a step 2. It should be. You should be able to fucking jerk off and clean it in the exact same moment.
Oh man! It doesn't though. What you do once you get to the tip, you go all the way back and it's done. Skin's already. I mean, you don't have one, so you don't. It's not that much fucking skin, guys.
Yes,
you guys are acting like it's an elephant ear. You guys are acting like it's like, holy shit, let me get all this out of the way. It's that fucking bad. It's just about, I don't know, not even half an inch of extra shit there, man.
It's just something evolution hasn't gotten rid of yet. Because back when people had to like fight with rocks over a bison burger, their dicks would probably get scraped up on the ground. So
You don't want the head of your dick, which is the most sensitive part, scraping on rocks.
To protect against war. It was a war. It was a war for war.
When they lob a rock at you and it hit the tip of your dick, that would hurt.
Oh, God.
Us.
You don't want your dick to get caught in the saber-toothed tiger. So you got the
Right.
Fuck me.
And to be fair, you don't need to get rid of it. There is no medical reason to get rid of it.
Yes, you do. It's because it makes people sick.
No,
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be on your side with your alien dick.
You ever watch an uncut guy coming? It looks like a caterpillar spinning a fucking cocoon.
Your helmet looks like a miner trying to.
All right, let Carlos get in here for a second. Carlos.
No, I'm gonna use that Aryan Nazi cock thing. That is shit, man.
German helmet.
All right.
Oh shit,
Carlos, always a pleasure.
Oh man, that's the funniest shit I ever heard, man. I've been fucked with, but that was the best. That was fucking awesome.
All right,
we're Atlantic City,
House of Blues.
2 weeks.
Yes. What doesn't anybody have a calendar there? What's 2 weeks from Friday?
Calendar
from today? I guess. Let me do the math. 17th, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Perfect. Beautiful.
All right. Maybe we'll come down and see you in Atlantic City. That would be cool, actually.
Yeah, come down, guys. I haven't seen you guys in a while, like outside of the studio.
Hey, Mind of Mencia, second season?
Yeah, March 22nd. We already started.
Great.
What did we shoot yesterday that was really awesome? Oh, yeah, we opened up a drive-by shooting range so that gangbangers don't hit innocent victims anymore.
That was funny.
So we put them in cars, and we got like an actual course with pop-up dolls and little kids that come out. It's funny, dude. It's fucking funny, man.
That's great.
So we're doing some.
That's kind of needed in real life. Drive-by shooting range.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't care when they kill themselves, right?
No one cares. It's always my child was walking down the road.
Some pain in the ass innocent bystander gets shot.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what we want to help. We know that we're not going to stop drive-by shootings, but we can help them get better aim. So that's what we shot that yesterday.
Tilting the gun 90 degrees counterclockwise might help with their aim.
Yeah, We did that with the bandana. What was the funniest thing we shot yesterday? I think the funniest thing we shot was we taught this guy because he would talk shit before he did the drive-by. So right before he would shoot, he'd be like, "Motherfucker, I'm here," and then he'd yell out the name of whoever it was. And by the time he shot, everybody was ducking or running.
Yeah,
so
they got to talk shit.
Shut the fuck up before he shoots. It's like shoot, then talk shit.
Yeah, drive-bys are those just walk-up shootings. You can't just do it. You got to say, "Yeah, motherfucker."
Turn the
yeah, you got to turn it sideways. Yeah, motherfucker. This is for, and then recite what the hell. And by that time, his buddies are out there. The cops
just
have arrived.
Shoot, man. Just fucking shoot.
I was thinking that Carlos Mencia needs to be part of Superball next year.
Yeah. Get him.
Yeah, what are you guys doing on Superball?
Well, no, we had an incredible competition yesterday where guys were abusing their nutsack.
Maybe you can start now.
Traps.
The wasps can nest in his foreskin, and we'll have a whole colony by next year.
And then we had guys getting stung in the nutsack by bees yesterday on the show.
Oh.
First for radio.
Oh.
Yeah, it was quite a sight.
So you want me to pull out the Gila monster?
Yeah. See how many mouse traps we can get on that thing. The record is 6. All right. Carlos, thank you. We'll see you in Atlantic City House of Blues 2 weeks from today.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right. Carlos Mencia, everyone. Thanks, Carlos. That is funny.
What's more fun than talking about uncircumcised penises? I don't think anything.
Very fun.
Is as fun as that.
Hey, speaking of Superball, remember we were just talking about how the show just ended?
Uh-huh.
And we want people to take that audio where it just ends and do something with it?
Yep.
Whether you continue the show or use that audio that did make it on the air and enhance it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got a couple that came in already. Well, from our guys. We got one from Danny and one from Than. So
wow, already.
Some examples. The listeners are going to try to do something with this as well.
The back motors of the ship are just holding it just enough to keep it from... The first and the second, get it started. It's right, and it's right. It's right, it's terrible. Oh, my, get out of the way, please. It's burning, bursting in the flames, and it's holding on the morning fast, and all the folks believe that this is terrible. This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world. Oh, it's great, honey. It's a terrific crash, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke and the flames now, and the flame is rising to the ground, not quite to the mooring mast. Oh, the humanity.
That's a good job.
Very good.
Danny.
That was Danny?
Yeah, that was Danny. Bravo.
Danny.
Also looking for people to, where the audio stops, then continue with something maybe, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's Than. Than came up with this one a little earlier.
Oh, my God.
The
whole nest is
30 seconds left in the show.
What courage.
This is for the title, Matt.
You
for
are
the title.
A madman.
Please deposit 25 cents for the next 3 minutes.
Radio. You should have to pay for it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to pay for it now.
Oh, great. Yeah, that is typical Than.
Very good.
Those are the first two. I think we're going to get a lot of them.
And it's going to be, believe me, all downhill from there. Those are going to be the two best.
Yes.
I don't see us getting sent from listeners. One's better than that.
No.
Want to take credit for those, E-Rock?
Oh,
no?
shit.
No, I screw them up by saying E-Rock found this.
Oh, okay. Because you said it, and they were in there going, no, that was us.
No, what it was there was a... it doesn't matter. There was a disc
It doesn't matter.
talking about video whores.
Yeah.
And one of the cuts happened to have a cut of Superhead.
Uh-huh.
So all I'm saying is Than put that whole show together on disc, and we were going to goof on it or whatever. But when Patrice mentioned Superhead, E-Rock remembered, oh, my God, we have a clip on this disc. That's all.
Okay.
So I said E-Rock found it, meaning he grabbed the disc and highlighted that we do have that audio. That's
I
all.
just saw Than's arms go up in the air and...
That's not all about credit, though. I mean, good job finding that stuff and good job putting
They
those two
started
clips
the
together.
credit thing. We used to just go, fuck it, and just do our show, but now we realize everyone needs credit.
Yeah.
We would just take credit for everything.
I know. It used to be fun. We sounded like geniuses because we took so much credit.
Yeah.
All right.